Hi, chat. What's up? How you guys doing?
Hello.
Don't make too
depression.
many sus comments in the sidebar chat.
Oh gosh, what are they talking about today?
You're making fun of Sylvie.
Oh,
I mean, you're legally allowed to make fun of Sylvie here. I'm just saying, like, you know,
I
let's
don't
be good
endorse
little
making fun of
chatters.
people.
Do what?
I don't endorse making fun of people. Only I'm allowed to do that.
Exactly. Also, thank you for the 6 months, crazy koala man. Tap tap, cough into mic. All right, chat. So I'm gonna get y'all guys' opinions. I bought a microphone on Lumi's suggestion. Better or worse than the one we had?
It's the exact same microphone that I use.
Yeah, but does it sound better or worse, chat? What do you guys think? I'm gonna have to adjust it around and sort it out. Also, sorry for anybody that wanted Occo's Clussy model. I have very specific parameters set up so I can fit each of us in our rooms while using VTube Studio, and Occo's model literally takes up part of Lumi's room and part of my room.
The rigger is working on a toggle to get rid of the hair, so that it can be usable, because it is kind of unusable with other people.
Okay, so they say that you just basically put some filters on.
It does have filters on. I don't know what other filters. Here,
I think you just might need to readjust for the new microphone.
here, chat says it's a little low. I'll turn up the gain a little bit. Sounds deeper. Maybe I am. Maybe this is what I'm supposed to sound like, chat. Occo being called out for too fat.
The tentacles are too fat. Oh gosh. Although that would lead more credence to Amal's theory about tentacles.
What?
Oh, Amal talked about tentacles on the Archcast being phallic.
I mean, they are. That's why they're used in that way.
I just thought it was funny, and when she came to me and she's like, "You kind of ruined my debate," and I'm like, "It's okay. You can. I'll be the exception to the rule."
Sounds good though. That's
like
good,
that.
chat. We're hoping it'll be fine.
What is this headcanon that people are now going to assign to me? This is horrible.
What, that you're fat?
Yeah.
I mean, you're into inflation, so.
I'm into a very specific kind of inflation.
Yeah, that's true. Any fights with the metal shelf recently? You guys can shut up. Is what you can do.
Metal shelf? What do they mean by that?
It's a long story. Anyways,
Oh, okay.
I hope everyone's been having a good week. What have you two been up to?
I've been yapping more. I literally just got some art back and it looks so fucking pretty.
Oh, what'd you get?
On here, posting, shooting and shit.
Oh yeah, I know that.
Oh yeah, the stained glass.
Got one too.
It looks so nice and worth the price.
It does. Isn't it like what, $30 or something?
$25.
$25. Oh yeah, somewhere close to that.
Mizu has told you guys before. I have told them before, but that doesn't mean I need to remind them if they forget.
No, I remember it. I remember the story.
Yeah, LumLum.
It's like as soon as I like put a little more thought into it, I'm like, oh right, that was the incident. I remember now.
The incident.
I'm a little confused.
Lumi got the Shota Femdom Riona art, I assume.
No,
Yes.
I did not. You got some pretty stained glass art.
Fair enough.
Femdom Riona art. What would that be? Just like somebody eating sushi of Lumi, although it's a Shota?
No, it'd be Femdom, so it'd be Lumi is eating the sushi.
Oh, okay. Would she be eating a sushi that was made out of a Shota?
Probably.
What Shota would it be?
No idea.
Fair enough. To answer your question, I've just been dealing with the internet. I've been unable to stream consistently, period. I'm on the 4th technician to come out now.
Fair. So, do you guys want to run over the 3 big topics this week, or do you want to like give some of the small ones that we might not touch on all that much?
I don't even remember the small ones. I just remember the big one.
I can tell the people of the chat that this week I convinced a news VTuber to quit.
Oh, can we please talk about that? Pretty please.
Oh, right, that one. Well, we don't know if he's quitting 100%, but you got him to think about it.
Well, I'm pretty sure he'll quit, though. My money's on that he's gonna quit.
I don't know. We'll see. I find it funny.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, there's a VTuber news guy called Penumbral VT, and he did like a really, really bad video on a situation that was going on. And I did a little reaction to it. I kind of made fun of him, pointed out all the things he got wrong. And a day later, he posted a YouTube community post thing that's like, yeah, I don't know if I'm cut out for this news thing. I think I might quit. I'm going to think about it this week, but this week might be the last time I cover the news.
It's really funny. I don't know how you do it, man. This is why I decided. This is why you relent to Mizu. You can't get on his bad side because he'll just make you quit.
I wasn't even that mean. I didn't think. I thought I was fine.
No, you're just literally the worst. That's why you're called the blue one.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently.
I mean, do we want to talk about like the VNU topic in general about why it led to that?
Legal Mindset leaked a thing that literally did not matter. It was like baby's first leak. It wasn't that big a deal. And every single member of VNU had an absolute hissy fit and decided to throw down with him to the point that one of them said that she believed you should hang and quarter all drama tubers. And Penumbral was like, you know what? This seems like a good issue to sit on the fence for.
Yeah.
Apparently, Andrew knows that apparently some of the girls want to try to sue him.
Yeah, he did mention that, yeah.
Apparently they have a mean girl hangout.
Yeah.
It's really weird. All these VTubers that end up quitting these big orgs in droves, for some reason, when you decide to talk about them, they become mean girls. This is the 2nd time it's happened already.
Yeah, I don't ever really get it.
I'm not gonna say it's all of them, but now let's see here. If this were to happen, we would have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's crazy that it's happened twice already.
I mean, it probably happened way more.
Oh,
We just
fair
haven't
enough.
reported on all of them.
Fair enough. It's just funny that it was first Bond Live and now it's VNU. Oh man. And what's funny is by the end of this, like everybody's like, oh, we gotta feel bad for the talents. I have yet to see a talent that I should feel bad for after all of this drama hit. I'm gonna be honest with you. All of them are like, well, I'm sure not all of them, but a lot of them have just ended up sucking to me.
I know. I don't watch VTubers.
That's fair.
Except my friends.
It was just very funny that it all happened. And for me, now it's funnier that he exists than that exists.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's turned from the VNU drama to drama tubers fighting each other. Oh, speaking of which, did you see that Kyo's quitting?
Well, Kyo has been doing drama. Yeah, he hasn't been drama tubing for a while, so
This is true.
I don't know why he announced it the other day, because it's like, you haven't done anything like that in months.
Probably because people kept asking him about it, and he figured, why not just put out a video? Which it's like good on him. At least he's like, still making content and everything, so that's fine. Sure, drama tubing. It's like drama tubing isn't for everybody long term, for sure. It's like, do we want to make predictions on who's going to be the next one to quit drama tubing?
Alara.
Yeah.
Oh, it's definitely going to be Alara. Do you want to know what she said? So she is getting so cucked. Like, she said that to her on Twitter the other day that there was certain kinds of React content that she didn't want to cover anymore because her audience didn't like it. And I literally retweeted, or not retweeted, but took a picture saying, Alara will Minecraft her own channel if her fans tell her to, because literally her fans can tell her what to do and she will do it. So I'm waiting
What
for her to say
kind
that
of
she's
React content are people angry about?
I'm gonna look up the tweet because I want to read it verbatim for you, and it just bothers the shit out of me because it's just like, okay, if like there is a massive issue with content that your fans are not liking, and you can see that without them telling you, that's when you should like pull back. But she was just like, oh, I need to stop making this content because all my fans are saying that they deeply. Oh, here it is. Let's see. I'm sure most of you know, but recently I've been doing a lot more React type content on stream. Oh yeah, she's kind of already pulling back away from drama because she's doing more React content. My prediction: she's going to become a React streamer and stop telling the news. Some of it has made me and my viewers uncomfortable with the topics and things said at certain medias. I don't want to platform content like this, so going forward, you'll see a change in my React channel and certain medias. I hope this makes sense. And as always, thank you for. So literally, her audience is uncomfortable, and she's going to switch it up. Like again, if her audience tells her to stop streaming, she will stop streaming if it makes them more comfortable.
It is so weird. It's like, honestly, haven't seen anything from her, probably because I have her account muted and the name Alara muted on my Twitter. So I just see it.
Well, I don't, because in case that she decides to say anything else. When I did the Ludwig thing, she made a whole long big spiel about it. I never reacted to it or talked about it because I just didn't care. But I got the Cliff Notes that she reiterated again the same lies that she's always told about us and all that kind of shit.
From behind a block that she will never actually speak with us about.
Yep. It's just really funny. Like, you know, I'm sure that like that's really, I don't know, that's very mature, you know. You're allowed to speak on us, but like we're not allowed to speak about you or have a discussion with you. It's really funny. And again, my prediction, Alara's going to be one of the next ones to quit news because news is too edgy for her, or too many people are going to call her out. And I think we saw the cracks of that when she was covering the Tyga stuff, when she got so much of it wrong that she had to start walking it back with her underling. I'm waiting for the day where she's just like, guys, I'm not cut out for this news thing. I can't get any of it right. People are feeding me too much false information. It's coming. It might be a year or two, but she will quit telling the news and she'll just become a React Andy. It's like all the can I be honest with you? I'm fine with React channel content as long as you're adding good substance. But like if you're nothing but a React channel, I think that you're just pure cancer and that you've got nothing to add because they're a dime a dozen. Am I wrong to say that?
It's like this is what I've learned over the years of seeing content creators just like eventually falling, is that if they allow their audience to dictate what they do, eventually, as soon as their audience is done with them, their career is over. They have nothing left.
I agree. See, here's
so
the thing. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
So it's like, pro tip for anyone out there: don't let your audience dictate what you do. You do your own thing. If they leave, they leave. But there's always going to be people there to watch you for what you want.
Yeah. And real quick, by React streamer, I mean like people that just sit and watch videos and offer little to no commentary, don't engage with the audience, don't actually like put things out there. Like when you put together a show around a certain topic and then talk about a certain kind of topic, you're much less of a React streamer than you are just somebody talking about something specific, like what I do or what Mizu and Lumi does. But if you just sit there and watch videos every day, all day, forever, and don't add any specific content, I just think it's so low tier.
Well, you gotta have like some sort of knowledge about what you're talking about.
I agree.
And that's not like to be successful, you need some knowledge of what you're talking about. We see it all the time. React channels do like gangbusters. And it's because they're constantly watching content that's better than anything they could produce. What is it called? I know the name for it, but a lot of them end up more like compilation channels than commentary channels.
Yeah.
And a lot of people show up because it's a compilation of all the cool stuff that happened in the week, and that is like kind of what the normies follow. So you can't really get to them at the like your content is lazy sort of thing, because a lot of them know their content is lazy to some degree. You have to kind of put it to them like, is this really what you want to be known for? Like, you're not even known for it. You're just a glorified compilation channel. Nobody shows up for you. Nobody cares about you.
I agree. It's one of those things where like I feel like VTubers are just turning into these reacts. I don't call it slop because that word is overused now. But like all these VTubers are just doing react content now, and it's just like they're all the same. Like reaction is fine. I have no issues with that. But if that's all you do, you're no different from one of the other cat girls or fox girls or whatever girls that just react to content all day. You're boring, and as soon as somebody with bigger tits comes out, you're gone.
Yeah, I will say that's kind of why I moved over to doing more just like exclusively news, because I also feel like gaming content, it kind of becomes slop after a hot minute.
Well, gaming content is one of those things where it's an extra to a main, because like I think most people knows, and I mean I've talked about this with you guys, that YouTube is switching away from gaming and a lot of other things to podcast formats. So like you need to have a podcast format where you sit down and you talk about something. And so that's what I'm trying to move into, so that YouTube is happier with my content, just because I feel like that's what they want to see. And it's worked.
True. But chat, we do have, aside from that, we do have a couple big stories this week. So do we want to skim the Sylvie thing, since other people have already covered it in a lot greater detail? Or how do you want to handle him?
We could skim the Sylvie thing, because this is basically just going over stuff that we've already talked about.
Yeah, so chat, I have, you all know that my boyfriend Sylvie is a chronic stalker and harasser. So much so that every single time he has tried to call out somebody else, he has managed to try and call out me in the same time. He was in a fight with a guy named Falter, who a lot of people know as a very sus individual. And in his fight with Falter, he called out me at the bottom of his fight and says, Falter gets all his information from Mizu and Underthetea. He tried to call out Shinigami Ryan. And then in Shinigami Ryan's document, he had another call out about me, all about me in that one. And then at the bottom of the document, he says Mizu and Underthetea again. And then recently, he was trying to call out Linux again. And in his call out against Linux, there at the bottom of the page, there's a 10-page call out on us again. He literally cannot stop mentioning me and Underthetea.
It's like, it's funny. It's like, this is fucking funny, because it's like, okay, we all know that Sylvie has a huge crush on Mizu, probably because he's seen his ass pictures and really wants to tap it. Who knows? But like, when he was trying to call out each of us individually, it's like, yeah, there's the usual Mizu screenshots that he uses. But then for me, he doesn't even have any screenshots of me. Or any examples of me. He brings up Arch, and it's like, okay, I've had my hot moments where I've said the Jews are everywhere, but he doesn't use it.
Yeah, Lumi's section was funny because they says, and then there's Lumi. Lumi is friends with Arch. Here's a 2-page document on Arch. And then Lumi never comes up again.
Nope.
Oh, that's beautiful. Well, that's because they got nothing on her, because she's so precious.
Yes, it's because I'm literally perfect.
This person is awful. Anyway, this Mizu guy, that's unironically how his documents go.
Yeah.
What does mine say? I'm very curious.
That you just say retard. That's about it.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
He's very upset that you use the R slur a lot.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to use it more just for him.
I just find it funny that one of the examples of like, oh yeah, she's super chummy with Arch is the fucking My Little Pony art somebody drew of us.
Yeah.
That's literally
really?
it. Yes.
Oh my fuck.
It's just, it's fucking funny. Couldn't even grab the fucking clip from when we were playing the Forever Winter, where he just called it the Gaza simulator and everything.
Well, he can't. Here's the thing. That would require him to actually watch you, and we both know that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Sylvie, if you're watching this, there is a clip of that you can find somewhere. If you find it, we won't give you $20.
I will happily just give you the clip. It's one of my proudest moments.
So
In your
chat,
next call out doc.
here's this wonderful document that Sylvie put out on Linux called "To My Stalker Harasser," which, by the way, he's saying this because Linux just like calls him out every so often when Sylvie attacks her first. I think it's important to mention that every time Linux hears about Sylvie attacking her, she'll respond, and then Sylvie says that's her stalking him.
What the fuck?
Oh yeah, hold on, Mizu. Azahara just reminded me. The great file compilation that Proctor has for Sylvie.
Yeah, we need to go through that at some point.
Yeah. We're gonna do a separate stream for that.
Go back there.
I'll probably do a separate stream on that since he is my boyfriend.
That's true. That's true. Okay. Here's a question. Maybe this is out of line. Do you think you would ever get art of Sylvie and Mizu just as a joke?
No.
Or do you think that'd be too far?
It's somebody else would draw the ship art from enemies to lovers. That would be the dynamic.
Because I'm not doing that.
Neither of us would do it. Yeah, neither of us would do it. Somebody should do that.
But chat, he made this beautiful document on Linux. It is 57 pages. Now, in usual Sylvie fashion, as you can already see, every once in a while we end up into this thing where he'll just do a screenshot and like a little blurb on it instead of having like a whole page of stuff. So it's not 57 pages of information. There's a bunch of screenshots in here of him talking to Linux, him talking to other people, stuff like that. I think the funny part here is everyone knows that he like simps for Marina, and anytime you see like this black in the document, that's Marina.
Yep.
And he acts like people don't know who Marina is, and like Marina's situation wasn't a huge blow up that everybody heard about. So he constantly refers to her as black, which is
oh my gosh,
kind of funny. Probably should have chose a different color for her.
Holy fuck.
He constantly mentions it. It's super cringe.
Especially since her model is like a majority jet black colored.
This is another thing Sylvie does, because Linux mentions that he runs a alt account called Fat Slovenian, which me and Linux basically confirmed together was definitely his, based on information he was telling people. And he does this every time. He tries to prove that it's not his by showing a picture of his connected accounts on his Twitter. Because obviously, if they're not connected together, it's impossible that you could own it, right?
You guys can't prove my other 6 alt accounts. I'm not logged into them on this browser.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I don't have the clip on me, but you need to play the 20 alternative accounts. You will never know Sylvie's main!
But yeah, chat, you can see as we go further down here, you can see lots of black spots. Every single one of those is somebody saying Marina. I don't know who yellow is.
Simp for her?
Do what?
Why does he still simp for her after all this time? She is like a nobody now. She streams to... Because I'm pretty sure she stopped viewbotting now, and she streams to nobody.
Pretty much. But chat, as we get to the bottom here of all of this stuff, which is all Sylvie talking crap about Linux, basically. Once we get to about 48, yeah, here we go. He goes, Linux is friends with Underthetea. And then he just starts talking about us for the last 10 pages. He reposts this really long conversation between me and Proctor about -8, as if, like, my thread defending -8 isn't still up on my Twitter for everyone to see. And I have a whole video about it. Like, people keep posting this Proctor thread like it's a secret that I defended -8. It's not just Sylvie. I've seen multiple people do it. It's like, no, it's, you guys know.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that.
He does all this work trying to show that Linux followed me at one point, which she doesn't anymore, by the way. And then here it is. She just shows Lumi. And then it does like a couple this one connection of Lumi talking to Linux. And then everything else is about Arch. Arch.
Congratulations,
Another
Arch.
Arch.
Semi-canceled in the document about VTubers. You
That
need to
is-
show this to him.
And then see, we move on to Occo. So the entire section on Lumi is talking about Arch.
Yep. Because clearly, just because I'm the underpaid secretary of his, that just means I'm him.
And
I'm
then
Arch with a voice.
surprisingly,
I'm voice changer.
of all the things you could call out Occo for, the entire section on Occo is saying special ed, sped, and retard.
Some of my best moments right there.
Yeah, look, he immediately cuts into like this diatribe at the end about Linux. All he has on Occo are these 4 screenshots.
So he doesn't bring up the fact that because I'm autistic, I'm allowed to have the retard pass. What the fuck? This man don't understand. Like, okay, if I actually said I was black, like if I pretended I was actually black, would he get mad if I started saying the N-word?
I mean, if you didn't reveal that you were a Babaniku, not Babaniku, fucking Gyaru, people thought you were already black.
I know, and that's to the day beyond bewildering to me. I should stop being.
This whole thing was very funny though. However, this led to something not so funny, right? So I'm sure both of you saw it, but Sylvie, who first off has Linux blocked, Linux has him blocked. They both vehemently hate each other. He saw a post where Linux had gotten in trouble for posting about the people taking care of her in her care facility because she has, she has an illness that basically prevents her from living her life normally, so she needs to be in a care facility. Yep. And she had made a post about some of her carers kind of treating her poorly. And it turns out that she is not allowed to do that, and the care facility basically made her take it down. Well, Sylvie saw that post and saw the fact that she was in trouble for posting it, and he tried to pretend like they were friends again. And he's like, no, like, I'm super close with Linux. We're super friends. I am going to file a complaint to the care facility on Linux's behalf. And he kept trying to like play this up like he was helping her and that he was doing a fantastic thing for her, when any adult who sees that knows exactly what he's trying to do is trying to get her in trouble and get her removed. Like, it does not take a rocket scientist to realize it.
Holy fuck. Yeah, it's and it took multiple people just like getting on his case for him to even like edit it out and say that he was stopping. It's really depressing.
Yeah. It was very obvious that he was making some shit up about that.
Yeah. So I didn't really pay too much attention on that. Did he actually like stop doing it? Like, what's the update with that so far?
For now.
Okay. For now, until he decides that he's got to harass her again in the following week, because that's all he knows how to do is harass people that he perceives as weaker than him.
There was a post of someone who was helping Linux that basically said, it's been solved, they're going their separate ways, leave it alone. And I was kind of like, no, I'm not going to leave it alone, because he's going to be back in a week.
Yep.
Yeah, he's not going away.
Also, he's done it crap to me too, so I have a complete right to not leave it alone.
Yeah, he is going to be the nemesis forever until he actually stops or just leaves the internet. At this point, I feel like he's too mentally unwell to be on the internet. He should not have internet access, in my personal opinion.
Possibly.
To not be on the internet because he doesn't know how to interact with people on the internet, which makes me gravely wonder about how
I don't like saying stuff like that though.
I don't know.
Sometimes you just got to deal with the crazies if you're going to be on the internet.
Oh no, that's fair. That's very fair. I just feel like he can't deal with himself. So,
but chat, that's your Sylvie update. Sylvie tried to get a heavily disabled woman removed from their care facility because he doesn't like her. And supposedly he has stopped for now.
It's just like, guys, go support Linux. They have been through a lot, for fucking sure. And hopefully everything with their care facility and everything else is just calms down and Sylvie leaves them the fuck alone.
So, past Sylvie, would you like to do Saki or Needy first?
Let's do Saki because that one's shorter.
Is it? Yeah, it's only 10 pages. Needy is 135.
135? What?
Oh yeah, this person collected all of this for me and Lumi, thinking that it was some sort of massive own against Needy, and I don't want to spoil it.
Wait.
All I'll see is that the entire first chapter was literally not needed.
Yeah.
Hold on a moment.
We'll get to it.
So this random person...
We'll get to it.
Like, did... Okay.
But, Chad. So we have somebody called Saki VTube, who some of you probably know as the person who 100% has multiple lolly models, but insists they're not a lolly. Because that's just... That's VTuber Twitters.
This is like lolly, non-lolly number 67.
Yeah.
They're always around.
So a call-out document was made on them the other day, which accuses them of predatory behavior, gaslighting, cheating, and manipulating people. I will say I am not all in on most of this document. Some of it, yes, but that some of it is kind of more like, this proves that she's kind of an asshole more than anything else. You know what I mean?
Oh, of course.
But we have this wonderful documentation. Summary and disclaimers, page 2. This is such a weird layout.
Oh boy. Is this like a trigger warning?
No. I don't know.
Okay.
Table of contents, summary and disclaimers on page 2. Saki being a serial cheater and sexting a minor, page 2. Lies, gaslighting, and manipulation, page 4. And then evidence also on page 4. Or starting on page 4, I guess. So this is just showing who Saki is. This is showing their Discord. We do not condone harassment of any sort to this user. We are informing people of their wrongdoings to prevent future victims. We are not calling Saki a pedo. Very important distinction. Predatory does not mean pedophilic. Which you would not call them a predator unless you were talking about like underage people. You use that wording very specific. There's a reason the common parlance is sexpest.
Yeah.
Trigger warning, predatory behavior, gaslighting, cheating, sexual topics, heavy manipulation. If you see parallels in the story and think it may be happening to you, please talk to a trusted friend or family member. Close friends and heavily involved people, feel free to DM for more info. We will update this document as more info comes to light, or we get permission to share stuff.
Can I say something real quick? This reminded me of back when I drove Uber. They have these special like sexual harassment courses you have to take before you start driving. And one of the things they mentioned in the beginning is if at any point during these videos you feel traumatized by the content we're going to cover, which is literally them just saying don't touch other people, that's illegal. They say you should spend some time away or talk to a therapist if you feel triggered by this. And I'm just like, feel triggered by the content I'm seeing in these videos, I probably shouldn't drive for Uber. It's a little stupid in my personal opinion. Anyway, I was a little aside, but continue.
We made this document as a defense in case Saki tried anything petty and we needed proof. However, we dug up 2 information to feel comfortable keeping this between us, including the sexting of a minor, which was the breaking point for this document being released. For legal reasons, these are all allegations. I'd like to point out, they said, we're not calling Saki a pedo, and then 2 paragraphs later, anyways, they were sexting minors. I've already kind of read through this, so I will tell everybody right now, this sexting minor thing, absolute BS.
Really?
Basically.
Oh.
On a couple different levels, BS. Anyways, summary. Would either of you like to read the summary for me? My throat's a little sore.
I can do that. Give me one moment. Let me zoom in on the page here. A compilation of Saki VTube, or Saki being a terrible person, including cheating on multiple people at once, that is pretty terrible, using and dropping people, lying and manipulating, and sexting a minor. There are victims we either couldn't get in contact with or have asked us to stay anonymous. The known number of people Saki has been intimate with between July 9th, 2024 and March 11th, when the server was deleted by Saki, is 7. We speculate many more, but without proof of them wishing to be not known in this document, this is the confirmed amount. 3 of which in an active online relationship with her at the same time, with 1 being sent nudes consistently during relationships. All of us writing and compiling this were close friends of Saki's who trusted her unconditionally and would give her the benefit of the doubt whenever she did anything wrong. Please don't let her abuse your goodwill like she did us, and believe her lie so easily. We're heartbroken and betrayed that our good friend turned out to be such a horrible person, but we're rushing to get the truth out as quick as we can. I don't like it when they say we have to rush to get this out there. Like if you want to push somebody dead to rights, you need to take as much time as possible, because they're still going to be there at the end of the day.
Yeah, they should not be doing this if that's the mindset they're going into it with.
Yeah, admitting that you have to rush this to get out there as fast as possible is a giant red flag for me.
Thoughts, Lumi?
It's like when I skimmed through this document when it first came up, it looks like it could have been put together a bit better. Granted, I don't think anything can top that sexpest document that took us 12 hours to get through.
I was planning on re-listening to that one eventually, because I like re-listening. Is it weird that I like re-listening to our podcasts and my streams?
No, it's not weird. Oh yeah, Mizu, update on that sex fest specifically. Apparently, him and his girlfriend rebranded as furries and are active on Fur Affinity and everything.
Oh, you'll have to send me that. I'm interested.
Oh my goodness, maybe there'll be an update.
Anyways,
holy fuck.
Cheating, sexting, and predatory behavior. As stated in the summary, there's been many counts of her going to server members, starting secret relationships with said members, hiding them from her community, and still sending explicit images to those outside these relationships. She has claimed not to be poly and kept their relations secret from each other. The ages of these people are between 18 and mid-20s, with Saki herself being 30. 30-year-old having online sexual relationships with an 18-year-old and a 19-year-old who turned out to be 16 is very indicative of predatory behavior and extremely concerning. Her going for young men raises concerns of her going even younger in the future, which we do not want to risk, hence this being in this document. That is what I mean when I say the sexting a minor thing is BS. So they immediately say they're both adults, but there is a good chance that she will go younger. According to who?
Okay.
You can't just say shit like that.
No, that's like... Isn't that liable? No, it's not liable. That's just like really shitty behavior. That's like when the news decides to change up a headline and then say halfway down that it's not true. Yeah. Like, you know what they're doing. They're doing it specifically to get people to read it and feel a certain emotional way. That's very scummy.
They also say 19-year-old who turned out to be 16. Yeah, the 16-year-old was lying about their age. And on their tweets, I do want to show this really quick, because they did reply to somebody about this. Yeah, so here's something with the minor. The minor did not want to be named or have anything shown since they're trying to move on. But we are still getting more info, and it might be updated later on. We just want to protect the minor and victims as much as possible right now. The minor is not a victim in this. Just so we're clear.
Yeah, because the minors lied.
They lied about their age in order to get into this the minor is being left
Yeah.
out. We are slowly hoping they might come around, but for now we don't want to pressure them too much due to it being traumatic. They lied about their age to get in a girl's pants.
Which happens all the time.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Look, so I have to like say this because I was a young boy once, obviously.
Yeah.
And it always kind of annoys me a little bit, right? When there's a thing where we can admit, I think we should as a society be able to admit that yes, an adult should not prey on a child under any circumstances. You're an adult, you know better, you should be the responsible one. At the same time, I do not think a 16-year-old who is actively pursuing an older woman is going to be traumatized if, like, sex happens. Because I can say for a fact, I got in relationships with older women that I really shouldn't have. Did not traumatize me at all. You are a horny teenage boy. You trust me, they don't give a shit.
I mean, if they're the ones that are going after the relationship, sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they're pursuing it. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't still punish the adult, right? The adult should know better. They are an adult. It doesn't matter if the teenager is pursuing them. They should be adult enough to say, no, that's wrong, because they're not, like, what is it, emotionally intelligent enough to really understand what they're getting into with that. Yeah. So the adult is still at fault there. But people need to stop pretending like 16, 17-year-olds are too stupid to understand what sex is. And that it's just the act of sex alone is traumatic for them. Trust me, it's not. In high school, everybody was doing it behind the back of the adults. It did not matter if it was with an adult or with another teenager. We were all doing it. Well, I mean, not all of us. Some of us were incels. Most of us were doing it. Careful, Mizu, they might use that against you. They can. I was assaulted as a kid. I am allowed to say it. I am allowed to have that opinion. Did they meet IRL? No. All of this was online. They couldn't meet IRL because she was married. Spoilers. Well, I mean, technically they couldn't meet IRL. I've seen married couples, like, sneak around behind each other all the time.
See, I can't be attracted to my teacher whatsoever because my teacher was my mom. It's a different conversation, though.
I was trying to find the other thing that this person had said in their replies about the minor situation, but it might have been in a completely separate tweet thread, unfortunately. But yeah, chat, I am going to maintain a line there. That no, like a 16-year-old pursuing an adult woman is not traumatized if he actually manages to score her. Sometimes they're even more asshole-ish than the women. I have to think about, I can't remember if it was Dr. Phil or Mari or Jerry Springer, but there was an actual case of a 16-year-old who managed to convince his, like, 26-year-old teacher to let him and his friends, like, gangbang her. And they had the kid and the teacher, like, on the show, and the teacher's, like, sitting there crying, like, I loved him. And they talk to the kid, and the kid's like, yeah, dog, it was fucking great, dog.
Oh my gosh. That's horrible.
Right? And, like, I can agree, she's an adult, she should have known better. But you can't look at that kid and tell me he's traumatized by the experience. He is on cloud 9.
Oh my gosh.
I am just saying.
I don't know what to say.
And I've seen that with, like, females, like, teenagers, too, that they'll pursue older men because they're like, oh, it's just hot that I can, like, get an older man. Yeah, the adults are still wrong, but the kids are not, like, that traumatized by it. They're just stupid and, like, hormonal.
Careful, Mizu. The next time Proctor calls you out, this is going to be his main defense.
He's traumatized. It was so easy. That has permanently affected his view on women moving forward, I guess.
Oh my god.
That's probably the biggest negative to come out of that.
Oh no.
But it's because of that when, like, you get these 16-year-olds who are actively hiding their age and faking their age to get with an adult, you can't sit here and be like, oh, they're so traumatized from this. No, that was premeditated on their part. They are about at that age where if they went to court, they can be tried in as adult. So I'm going to treat them as an adult because they should know better at this point than to lie like that. Mm-hmm. In fact, the fact that they're lying about it tells me that they knew it was wrong. Obviously. If they thought it was okay, they wouldn't have lied about it. You have enough material for a Class of 09 spinoff? Look. I've talked about this before. There were 3 schools in my area. There was the rich people school, the redneck school, and then there was my school, which was the race war. So there was a lot going on.
Sounds like it, yeah.
As I say that, Lumi's yawning. I'm sorry, Lumi. Are we boring you?
No, I'm just sleepy.
But yes, chat, I'm not a fan of the way they say the Class of 09 Mizu edition I'd buy. I'm not a fan of the way they're trying to frame this this minor thing. From July to present day, she has been with multiple servers members, as stated, many at the same time, unknown to each other, as well as 2 others she was intimate with who wished to stay anonymous. One in their mid-20s, and the other lying about their age, 19, who turned out to be 16. It's easy to give her the benefit of the doubt for not knowing their true age. However, how do you spend hours on call every day with someone and treat them as friends with benefits and not confirm they're an adult or notice they're a minor? See, this is what I'm talking about. This is like completely unfalsifiable bullshit. Yeah, they lied about their age, but she should have just heard in their voice that they weren't an adult. What the fuck are you on about? Like, what do you expect them to do?
I'm speechless.
I know just plenty of adults who, like, meet through, like, Tinder and shit. They never check IDs. They don't ask for it. I know plenty of, like, online relationships that some people have never even seen what each other look like. Because they've strictly done it, like, online their whole life. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. She should have known. How she should have been able to confirm it. What are you on about? And I think this is, we've talked about this before, but this is not a way to start a document, because immediately I'm spending more time with your document trying to be like, yeah, no, this is wrong already. So I kind of don't, I don't know how I'm going to feel about the rest of the document, because you're already just bullshitting me.
You're already poisoning the well.
Yeah. Like, you can't just tell me something she's done. You're already dancing around it. You're like, she sexted a minor. Well, actually, the minor lied and said they were 19. But she should have known. She should have checked. She should have found a way to figure out that they weren't. It's like, no, you can't do that. You can't say it that way. When she found out this person was underage, she framed it to everyone as a friendship, and him admitting out of the blue he was 16, so he never suspected much. Yeah, no, like, completely makes sense she'd lie about that. Because here's the reality: in most states, being lied to is not a defense. And it should be. It genuinely should be a defense. But most places you live, you can be given a fake ID, a fake birth certificate, and a fake social security number for a person, and they will still say you should have known they were a minor. That is completely unacceptable. So, like, yeah, she'd probably lie about that, because most places you'd still go to jail over it, even though there was no way you could have known. It's a bullshit kind of law. Mm-hmm. A common theme you'll see is Saki twisting and changing the truth to suit whatever she wants to do. She made us dislike this minor and portrayed them as an annoying friend who asked to hang out all the time and lied about his age. I mean, fair, I guess. Her reaction to him being a minor was understandably upset. However, it struck everyone as weird just how disgusted and panicked she was after finding out. We gave her the benefit of the doubt, thinking she was just not wanting minors in her 18+ server. Yeah.
Okay. What do you mean it was weird that she was freaked out? Be freaked out of somebody that you were friends with?
Anyone be upset, but her reaction to this was weirdly horrified, which in hindsight was a huge sign that something happened. The minor asked not to be involved with this document and stay anonymous, so we won't have much in terms of evidence to back this up. However, we cannot withhold this information in good conscience, knowing what she's done and may do again in the future. As anyone who does sexual activities online knows, you always make sure the person's of age and question them if they show signs of having lied. By always make sure the person's of age, you just ask. And I would tell you this as somebody who has been in very sexual 18+ spaces. Nobody asks. They just assume you are, if you're in an 18+ space and you're participating, that you are of age. I don't know where this person is getting this from, but no, most of the time people just assume, oh, you're in an 18+ space, you're 18+. That's always how it goes. It's the same thing with bars. A lot of times they just assume everyone at a bar is 21+. It's just how adults act most of the time. Nobody's carding people. Nobody's doing background checks on people. That's just not a thing that happens.
Because most of the time these people assume that kids are being kept out of their spaces. And so when you find a kid in your space, you're like, what the fuck are you doing here?
Mizu, are you old enough to be on this stream? According to some people, I probably aren't because of my avatar. I don't know, Lumi, do you want to jump in here at all?
No, I really don't have anything else to add.
Just let me know if I'm taking all your points or anything.
I mean, why interrupt when you're already saying everything just fine?
Fair. I will clarify, chat, that I do get kind of worked up about this stuff because people, especially these days, have gotten so liberal about just calling people pedos and just flinging predator, pedo, child porn, all those words. They just fling them around all over the place. And it's like, you can't just do that. There's so many rules to calling somebody that, and there's so many repercussions if people believe you. You have to be 100% convinced that somebody is this thing. You can't just fling it around like it's nothing.
Yeah, it's like...
You go ahead. No, you go first. You take a moment.
It's like when me and Mizu did that POCD stream and everything. There is a lot of people, more people than I suspected, that actually were agreeing with us. So when they watched through the entire video, a lot of people even talking about their own experiences with POCD. It's very interesting.
Oh my god.
No,
the next person is already getting on my nerves.
Well, really quickly, if I could, one of the things that I find to be especially important to impress is I treat calling somebody a pedophile like a loaded gun. Which
you stole that from me.
No, I stole that from Null, actually. But I treat it like that because you can't be ready to call somebody that unless you're ready to shoot, because calling somebody that is a sign for a lot of people that person needs to die, because a lot of people will look at a person that's a predator and say that person needs to die. So you can't call them that until you're ready for that person to die, which is why when somebody calls it that and they are doing that in bad faith, I'm just like, okay, you're an untrustworthy person from now on. I can't trust anything you're going to say. Am I wrong?
No, you're right. Because that's something I say a lot. On to the next victim of hers. another young male who was 18 at the time they met, Finn Fox. The person was in a relationship at the time and cheated on her with Saki. Oh, bro.
Okay.
That's just already... You were... Real quick, because I just got a notification that somebody suggested me a gift on Throne. Whichever one of you suggested a 3-tier heavy-duty steel wire shelf, I will kick you in the taco. While
Occo
on
steals
stream.
being the allegations. Chat, why are you saying that? That's so mean of you.
He understands he fucked up big time and has since confessed to his girlfriend and agreed to have it in the document so Saki can't use it to deflect blame off herself. What he did was terrible and he deeply regrets it, even before being made aware of Saki's true nature, and is trying his best to make things right where he can and prevent future victims. He is the same level as Saki, basically. Like, the only thing she's really accused of is dating multiple people and cheating on her partner. Okay, this is what this guy is doing. It's so dumb. Saki has claimed the interaction between the two to be platonic to some, and to one person her side of events were Finn coming to her in DMs saying he'd drop his girlfriend for her and confess to her. In actuality, they became good friends soon after the server's creation, and Finn was in the middle of a breakup with her and another server member, which was the only one dating her to his knowledge. He consoled her and helped her behind the scenes, leading them getting very close. I have no idea what they're talking about here. They're kind of like Did Occo disappear?
I think his internet died.
Tragic. We continue. They're kind of struggling with like what they're even saying here at this point. So I'm not 100% on that one. I zoned out. Did Occo combust? Apparently.
I'm gonna kick something. I just don't know what yet.
All right, chat. You're back to man, Occo.
Manco.
Yes.
Manco. Phone quality, Occo. It literally just my thing is it's all dead. Wow.
Well, you'll have your internet fixed soon, hopefully.
Hopefully. That supervisor can't fix it. I'm gonna buy Starlink and make my apartment complex pay for it.
Anyways, this is not a justification for what Finn did. This is meant to disprove any lies Saki may pull to deflect her actions. Cheating is a horrible thing to do, no matter how many times or who's done it, by or to. Many may argue in Finn's case it was deserved, and it's understandable to think this. However, this relationship they had plays into the pain inflicted on others in this mess, and it's important to clarify the truth. But yeah, he kind of deserved it. You're cheating on your girlfriend with another girl and you get cheated on. That's kind of how that happens. How do you sound even more girlier than last time? Chat.
What?
Chat saying you sound
You're saying
girlier.
that about me? Oh. Thanks, chat.
Maybe it's because you sound vaguely gay.
Oh. That could be it too.
Gay.
Here's another one, and I really don't like that they keep doing this. Another victim who wished to stay anonymous had done no misdeeds to deserve this, unlike the last two. Just striving for a good relationship with a woman he fell in love with and had dated for months. Towards the end of the relationship, while away on vacation and less active on his phone, Saki had gotten close to yet another server member and had been intimate and romantic with him online. This went on for about a month before Saki and this victim broke up, keeping it all from him. She lied about... Why does it... You can't start a sentence like that. She lied about to his face and made the newer interest seem undateable to her, so this victim wouldn't suspect anything, which backfired as she confessed to a different person what was really happening, leading to contradicting information and being caught in a lie. Like, they're just... Nobody cares. She's doing like the same thing as what Gunpie, right? She's doing girlfriend experience with everybody. Except she's actually giving them nudes, probably. Or being intimate, at least as intimate as you can be through the internet.
I mean, isn't that still cheating?
It's still cheating. It's an emotional affair. But it's like... she's not making victims, really. You know what I mean? Like, you're all trying to get in the pants of somebody you have a parasocial relationship with. There's only, like, so much I can feel bad for you in that case. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not like this is your real-life girlfriend who is just sleeping around on you. This is the VTuber who barely knows you and you barely know.
Yeah.
Even a few days after breaking up with this victim, she meets up with her new interest to have sex, still claiming to them that there's nothing going on after being begged to be transparent due to how suspicious she was. After he learned of Saki's actions with others while he was with her, he did what nobody should and blew up her DMs, going off on her for her horrible actions, which she then screenshot and used out of context to convince her friends he was crazy and snapped on her unprovoked, making sure nobody would listen to or believe his side of the story and solidifying her role as a victim. I mean, to be fair, yeah, if a chick breaks up with you, don't, like, go in their DMs and, like, spam shit. Just, like, you move on.
It definitely makes her look more innocent.
Yeah. Look, even in real life, if you've dated someone for a while, just don't do that. The best revenge is a life well lived. And in my case, talking negatively about them on a podcast.
Are you talking about the Nazi girlfriend, or are you talking about a specific other one?
I mean, I don't really hate any of those ones. Other than ghosting me, the Nazi girlfriend was fine.
I mean, then there was the pregnant one.
Honestly, the pregnant one doesn't bother me. Like, bizarrely,
No?
I think that situation is so weird that I just can't be like, I can't be hurt by it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
I kind of know what you mean.
It's kind of like if I got fired for showing up late to work, but the reason I was late was a meteor hit my neighbor's house and a dinosaur came out of it and ran into the woods. Like, I would still be in so much shock and awe by what just happened. I'd be kind of like, yeah, I guess I'm fired. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Wait.
no, I get it.
Are you saying that they wouldn't, like, take special exception to you being late to work because a meteor hit your house and a dinosaur crawled out of it?
Well, I mean, at my job, I'm late all the time and they don't care because I do my work.
Oh,
I literally...
fair enough.
On my, we just did our employee performance reviews. On my performance review, the only thing I didn't get a perfect score on was, what do you call it? Was like tardiness. And it was like, just, even my boss, despite the fact I regularly show up to work 30 minutes late, all he put down was, I think he put like medium quality or something. And I think the specific wording he used was, could work on punctuality. I don't think I've been on time to work a single day in the past 5 years. And that's how much, like, my boss likes the work I do. He just puts down, it could be more punctual. It's whatever. I show up on my time. Occo sounds like Mizu.
You're like a wizard. Oh, no.
Interesting. Occo sounds like he's going to say
that.
a gamer word with that mic.
Oh, no.
Anyways,
I
chat.
promise I won't.
Can't get too far off track here. Yet another, this one being just before the creation of Saki's personal server. The two had gotten into a romantic relationship for a bit over the month, during which Saki confessed to developing feelings for another server member, which was expressed as going over the boundaries of this person and made them distance their relationship, where the victim moved on to another person as well, and Saki claimed it as cheating on her, telling her friends this is what happened and driving a wedge between the victim and her friends and community. Months later, they talked again while she was with the victim above and started sexting again without telling him she was in any relationship. We're about to get to the evidence. But then we have lies, gaslighting, and manipulation. And all these people were lied to about each other and manipulated by Saki to ensure they'd never interact and exchange information, making the minor seem like an annoying burden and turning people on him, making Finn seem like a playboy who slid into her DMs looking for an affair partner, making the person she cheated on look like a lunatic for rightfully getting mad, making one seem like a cheater for having his boundaries ignored and moving on after it didn't work out, along with bad-mouthing all of these people behind their backs while she keeps them around for her own benefit, stringing them along in hopes she gets something out of it, be it attention, sexual acts, romantic relationships, or money. So this is basically everything this girl is in trouble for, right there, kind of included in that one snippet. And this is one of those things where it's like, this is fun for me as like a drama person, right? Because she's having an absolute woman moment. However, this is not call-out worthy at all. This is just some VTuber getting all girlfriend experience with all of her fans. And then acting a little Menhara. Like, I don't...
This is... No, go ahead, sorry.
Like, I care in that it is drama and it's funny. But other than that, I really don't care. You know what I mean?
No, I know what you mean. Like, it's one of those things that you spread amongst friends and say, hey, she was kind of an asshole to us. But this isn't like she needs to be called out on Twitter. It really just doesn't matter.
Yeah. I'm thinking about, like, putting this in real life terms, right? Like, if your girlfriend cheated on you, you would probably tell your friend group. Maybe you would make like a Facebook post, like something really vague, like, oh, you know, it really sucks how people treat you, and then you'd update your status to like single or something. And then if people ask, you might tell like your friends and family that she cheated on you. But you're not going to run to like everybody's posts making call out documents on her, being like, she's a cheater, she's a cheater, she's a cheater. You're not going to open up, like, billboards on the interstate to tell people that she cheated on you. You're just going to,
the reason to do that is revenge, in my personal opinion, at that point.
And that's kind of what this feels like. It kind of feels like we're going more for, like, revenge than helping anybody. And they're like, but we're protecting people. You shouldn't be getting, like, parasocial with your favorite streamer anyways, to be, like, straight up. Like, I'm not saying they're doing anything bad necessarily, but they are kind of putting themselves in a negative situation, like, from the jump.
It doesn't help their case whatsoever.
Pretty much. This, of course, extends to her community, lying about always being faithful, being single so more simps would give her money, making herself out to be this complete victim in every case to gain sympathy and support. As we've seen time and time again, even with these events, she's been vaguely tweeting about what's happened to her, making it seem like she's trying to redeem herself or seeking forgiveness, even going as far as hinting at suicide and selling her model and brand to make people think it's something very serious and help her. She's often told us in VC how she benefits off drama and is grateful for it growing her following, which now knowing she uses it to be a sex pest and prey on men is a disgusting thought that makes far too much sense. And then they have like all the proof down here. MP4. Is this just scrolling through like literally all of their DMs? Here,
probably. Oh,
damn
that
it.
was yeah, no, let's not do that, Mizu. Let's not.
Well, we gotta trim that out.
I'll trim that out later.
Let's just let this scroll for posterity's sake. There's a dick.
Well, you know what? Let's not.
You should have known.
I shouldn't have known. I didn't see all of it.
You should have.
You guys didn't see that.
Well,
This is on par with my oopsie hentai slip.
Yeah, that's
So-
on you. This was a call-out document. I was under the impression this was safe.
Lumi has a moment. Now Mizu has a moment. Does that mean that I'm the next one to have a
Yes.
moment? What am I gonna show on camera?
I don't know. It might be Warframe porn. Who knows?
Oh,
Look, chat.
that's-
I don't know anything about their pornographic stuff. No, genuinely don't clip it. Anyways, I don't know anything about their pornographic stuff. We're just gonna take for granted that all of this is true. The reality is, I don't give a shit.
We can't look through it now. Damn it! This is the. I'm upset.
Yeah,
Can't
I'm just
believe you can't do
gonna.
that.
I'm gonna take for granted that it's all true, because even if it is true, it's like, okay, she's kind of a bitch. Like, that's all I could say, right? I think that's fair. It's like, yeah, she's just kind of a bitch. She's sleeping around on people. Oh, wow. Woman is a whore. Day ends in Y.
It's a good chunk of female VTubers. They're all
Sky is
bitches.
blue.
Let there be Warframe prawn. Chat, that's existed ever since Warframe was like in early alpha.
But chat, Saki did respond. So I do have to read the response for posterity. Please do not harass any of the people that are involved. Addressing the allegations. I'd like to start by saying I'm not a predator. I would never knowingly interact with someone under 18 in any capacity. As for the cheating, I was never in an exclusive relationship with person A, but I wasn't honest with him about any of my other flings I was having at the time, and I can see why that would hurt him, but to say I was cheating is just a plain lie, despite him being in an exclusive relationship with his girlfriend at the time. With the other guy I was, quote, in a relationship with, he always kept it vague with me. I remember us calling each other BFGF at the time, but there was one time where I called him my BF and he responded with, I'm not your BF yet. And even after that, I had asked him on multiple times what we were, and I never was given a clear answer. Only after I broke things off with him did he want to call it a relationship. Honestly, this did not need to be made public. It could have been resolved privately, but nobody wanted to talk to me. I begged them and got nothing. I just blocked without explanation, which was the cause of my crash out last week. The situation as a whole is shitty. I've done shitty things, I've lied to others, and I've hurt others, and I'm deeply ashamed of it. But to not come to me and talk to me about it first and instead call me out publicly to damage my reputation and paint me as a predator shows what the intention is. I was intentionally not made aware of this. I had to get what little info I could from other sources, and it wasn't much. To end, I am not a predator. I did not cheat, as I wasn't in any committed relationships. I flirted with a lot of people, and maybe some took it as something more serious. Regardless, I'm sorry to everyone who is hurt by me and my actions, and it will take time to reflect on my behavior. Like I said, this is a fine response, all things considered. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't even think it needs response. If it was me, unironically, I think my response would have been, yeah, I fucked 10 people and I'll fuck 10 more. It's just one of those things where it doesn't matter. It's nobody's business, really, except her and the people she dealt with.
Here's my question. What's the consensus of the people of the VTuber community? Is she uber canceled?
Well, I mean, she has 89 replies and 1.1k likes, and the call out... Crap, wrong button. My bad, chat. God damn it. I have so many scenes. Anyways. 77 replies and 529. I mean, that it really doesn't exist outside of these two posts.
Then she shouldn't have even had to have said anything then.
I don't think most people care. Genuinely, her spending weeks doing the I'm not a lolly thing was more damning to her career than this was.
Yeah, it's funny. The only thing that I seen about it was vague posts referencing it, even Ito. It's oh, some of these things should just remain private. No, no one cares if your ex cheated on you. But then, 3 years ago, he was bitching about how his ex cheated on him.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It's still up on his profile too.
Even Ito is one of those guys.
He's cringe. Him and Static and
Static hates me, by the way. I learned the other day.
He hates everybody.
Well,
he has
hates
no
me
friends.
He hates me specifically because of my Ludwig tweet.
Yeah.
A lot of people have started hating me from that tweet, and it's just like, good. I want you to hate me. It'll make it even funnier when I get to your level.
But yeah, chat, I don't know. Why don't you guys leave down in the comments what you think? But I just don't care. For me, it's, oh, Armin Hera, female VTuber, was a whore? Who would have guessed that one?
Raise his hand slowly.
That's like every single sector on the dartboard is whore for that kind of, that like phenotype.
Yeah.
I genuinely don't get why people were even surprised at that point. But chat, we have an even better one next, which is the NeediVT.
So
I've been watching this all go down, and half of it is fucking stupid.
Oh, actually, chat.
Yeah.
Why did that not go away?
So here's my question. You said this doc was made by somebody trying to prove to you that she's a horrible person?
Pretty much, yeah.
They're just
Not
going
to
around
prove
the
to
litter.
us, to prove to everybody, like, all the horrible things she's ever done.
It's like the only thing that this dude is doing is going to every single post that ever mentions Needy, just takes shots of it and puts it in the doc.
Yeah. So, by the way, chat, this is Needy. This is who we're talking about. We have talked about them in the past. I forget why exactly. But this time, they are in trouble for reselling models. And we talked about this.
Why they're in trouble, but that's the actual controversy.
The specific controversy is that they resold models. They were buying up multiple models and then reselling them for higher prices, which, at the end of the day, it's scummy. It's legal.
Of course, it's
like okay. The main thing that Needy is known for is buying adopts, working with artists to get models made, and then she does the rigging. It's like, that's what she does.
Wait, is she selling rigged adopts?
Yes.
I'm not sure I agree with them at all, then. The way it was put to me was that she was scalping, basically. She was buying adopts and then instantly turning around and reselling the adopt for a higher price.
It's like there's some models that people sell to her and then she sells them. But at this point, like whenever somebody sells things to her, they should just know, oh, I'm selling this to Needy. She's known for giving away and selling models. At that point, that's on them.
Especially if she's been doing, like, rigging on any of these. I'm not sure how I feel about people trying to call her out for upselling them. Yeah, she's going to upsell them because now she added rigging to it. She's not going to just sell it for the exact same price she bought it for.
Wait. So she buys just the art done, and then she rigs it, and then she sells it?
Yeah.
It's like the vast majority of them, she buys designs that artists are selling, adopts just the drawings of the design. Then, if the person who wants the design pays for a model, she is the middleman that contacts an artist that she works with to make the model. Then if you pay for the model and rigging, you get the model and rigging.
I'm sorry, what's the issue again? What?
Because she's making money.
What's the fucking issue? Oh my God.
See, that's not how it was presented to me. How it was presented to me was she was buying up a ton of adopts, she was haggling them down on their price, and then she was immediately turning around and reselling the exact same thing. That is how it was presented to me.
The one that sparked all this was like this super fucking expensive tiger model. And it's like, well, we'll get to it in the fucking slideshow because I don't want to, skip around when we are going to talk about it anyway.
Yeah, so chat, I will say, we just covered the only part of this I thought was controversial. I have already seen all the other stuff, and the only reason I wanted to cover it was because A, it's really stupid, and B, I think at some point somebody needs to call some of these people out and be like, yeah, you're hating her for something that you should not even be incensed by.
Oh, that's what we're doing, right?
Yeah.
Awesome, we're already there.
But here's the needy drama. And they clarify everything is an allegation. Which, yeah, sure. I like how they have it chaptered out, by the way. Chapter 1, Racism, Cultural Appropriation Allegations. Also, it's funny that they start off with this, because then the next page they have is a list of the different chapters. So, like, this should be, like, first. Or there should be a different slide that has chapter 1 on it. So just so you know, your slideshow is shit and I could have done better. Also, put this in impact or something. Don't leave it in, what do you call it? What text is it?
I don't know.
I don't know. Don't care. Just put it in impact font or something. It looks better. It's easier to read.
Or Mossrat. Mossrat is a good one.
So this first bit is from DodoVT, who this person has been, like, all over the place, claiming they're like an they're like near pure blood Native American Algonquin that has serious ties to like the Wendigo legend. And I hate that I had to say that because now I've spoiled the controversy. The controversy is she had a model that was like a Wendigo based one.
That's what started it.
Here, I'll go and skip down to this slide. This is the model.
This is not what started it. What started all this is the Tiger Adopt.
Yeah.
This dodo person has been down Needy's ass for 2 weeks.
Yeah, about this model here.
Just because this model.
So before we get into like all this mess here, right? This Wendigo model here. First off, Wendigos were not some serious, like, even in the original Native American legend, they're not some serious creature that deserves your reverence. They were a glorified creepypasta to convince kids to stay out of the woods and to tell people cannibalism is bad. It was not some revered forest spirit like this person tries to pretend it is. And even then, because you often hear people say, like, oh, the Wendigo is a big thing for, like, all Native Americans. No, it's not. It was a thing for, like, 2 different tribes that were really far up north where it was really cold and it was hard to find food. Most Native American tribes have literally no legends that have to do with the Wendigo.
It's like, honestly, the Skinwalker has more of a larger presence than the Wendigo does.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And it's also important to note that, like, you aren't supposed to say the name Wendigo. If you genuinely believe that the Wendigo is real, you're not allowed to say the name. That's the whole point. Because by saying the name, you invoke it and you invite it into your life. This has actually been used recently in a lot of different, like, spiritual kind of beliefs. And like different creepypastas and stuff, is that once you see it or once you like invoke it, then it invites it into your life. That's basically why you were never supposed to say Wendigo. It's not because it was some sacred name. It was unironically the Native American version of Bloody Mary.
And it's funny because this the dodo person goes after Needy, goes after the design artist, but never actually tries to gun for the VTuber who bought it.
Yeah.
She'll just vague post about the VTuber. I seen that she even, put out some posts saying, oh yeah, I know the difference between the Hollywood version and the creature of legend. All nice and stuff. But no, people are still just like, and Dodo is still just being a little cowardly bitch.
Yeah. And it's also, because I've had to bring this up with multiple people, if you genuinely believe you are disrespecting a culture by using the Wendigo, I want to see you trash talk the entirety of Mythos. I want to see you trash talk the entirety of literally every Seraphim related VTuber, but specifically that organization that is just Seraphim VTubers.
Yep.
Anybody that has any overt like expressions of religion on their model, want you to go swing at them as well. Like, you can't sit here and be like just the Wendigo. There are all these other groups that have similar quote unquote rules, and you don't care.
Yep.
Hold on a moment. Lumi, was this Wendigo model the one that you DM'd to me saying, "Can I be irresponsible?" And I was like, "No, you shouldn't be irresponsible."
Yeah.
I should have said yes, so you bought it.
I know.
Then we could have avoided this whole drama, and Needy wouldn't have been called out.
But ironically, I kind of would have wanted it.
Oh man!
I mean, there's still the blue variants available, Mizu, for a cheaper price.
You guys, Lumi, you should get a Wendigo model just so that you can get more people on you, and then like somehow get it on the Archcast so that Arch can get called out for cultural appropriation.
Oh yeah, Kentra's right. There's a Jesus VTuber too.
Yeah. Sparky, member for 7 months, says, "I need someone to make the spear finger from Cherokees. It's very close to the Wendigo."
Sparky, you should become that. You're Native American.
I even seen that someone actually made a fucking what was she called? La Llorona. Made an actual VTuber of her, and she's just called La Llorona.
Yeah, that was the Mexican legend, right?
Yep.
Remember watching a Ghost Adventures episode, and yeah, the lore is basically "these shall not be named" if you want to dumb it down a lot. Yeah, that's basically all it is. And the thing is, like, it's this Dodo person has just been so up their ass, and everybody's ass that defends them constantly. Mizu, you need a Native American headdress that will trigger him. See, that doesn't work for me though, because I actually am Native American. Like, and I am proper Native American. My family has tribal cards, which is, for some tribes, they will not accept you as a member of their tribe unless you have the original tribal cards that the government handed out like many years ago. Even though most of them are like hot garbage these days.
Become a Native American VTuber, then you can just call them racist for making fun of you.
But yeah, the tribe in my area requires your original tribal cards. I didn't like how Lumi pronounced La Llorona.
Shut up, I'm tired.
But yeah, this is Dodo's just been kind of a dick. So I don't think this is even the original post she made, but I don't have the original post pulled up because it was her original post was like a reply, and I think Needy deleted the original message, so it'd be too hard to find. And honestly, I don't care that much. All you need to know is that it was like a long screed about "I'm Native American and you can't say Wendigo. It's super disrespectful." And then Dodo makes this big long call out on this message. Needy says, "Just because some believe in that doesn't mean I do nor others do. Same as we shouldn't praise devils or demons in some cultures, but lots of VTubers celebrate being those creatures. In the end, we can't force certain beliefs on others, and if someone wants to be a Wendigo or a demon or a siren or a kitsune, then that's up to them and their beliefs. To me, a Wendigo is just a fake mythical creature and nothing more than a ghost story. Even in one of my favorite scary games, Until Dawn, they're used in games, shows, and books, so I can't see why not a VTuber model. I can't really base my business around other cultures' beliefs, or I wouldn't be able to produce literally any mythical creature. Some are sacred, some shouldn't be spoken of, etc. I don't think it offends anyone personally. I think they might see it and think, oh, rip that girl, she just caused bad luck on herself, or something along those lines. But it wouldn't necessarily be offended. But unless you are offended, I don't think you should speak for others and create issues if there aren't any." Which is a fair point. We refer to Mizu as Chief Long Dong. For those of you who know what I'm talking about, nothing will ever beat Dongo Rolling Wheel. But Dodo screen caps this and replies to it. Since everyone is sharing their interactions with Needy, I will too, without the names blocked out, as well as my favorite Needy quote, "Oh, rip that girl, she just cast bad luck on herself," and she sure did. She bought and adopt based on a painful Algonquin history and turned it kawaii. When people expressed to her what she was doing wasn't okay and the history behind the spirit she was trying to sell, she told them they were ruining her sales and messing with her profit, replied to everyone who wasn't indigenous that they shouldn't be offended on our behalf, but when I showed up and expressed how wrong it was as someone who is Algonquin and was raised with my culture, blocked, post deleted, post remade, sale made, culture ignored. Yet no one cares about your culture.
Hey, at least it's like, hey, she deleted the post like you asked to. And of course, it's still sold.
Yeah. She doesn't care about people unless they are larger than her. She doesn't care about smaller voices that can't affect her. She only cares about herself. Indigenous voices matter. Indigenous culture matters. Indigenous history matters. No, it doesn't. No culture matters to me except my own. And that's something a lot of you people really need to understand. I'm not your friend. I'm not your family. I'm not your bestie. I have no reason to care about anything you care about. If I don't care about it, I just don't care about it, and it doesn't matter past that. I don't have to explain myself other than that. Bantam Sartorius, member for 4 months. Hello, fishes. What do I miss? More VTuber drama. Someone came out as a creep. Occo, love the new model.
Thanks. I hope you enjoy
Sparky's Tech Corner for 5. Donga of Rolling Wheel Tribe. Riding Rolling Buffalo. Praying to dead air spirits. Wait, so she's one of the tribe that needed to be reminded not to be a cannibal? Yes. She is supposedly of one of the tribes that ate people. Not something I would probably openly admit. Because just so she understands, the purpose of the Wendigo legend is that your tribe had such an issue with cannibalism that they made a bedtime creepypasta story for kids to teach them that eating people is wrong.
It's a pretty good way to teach people that eating people is wrong.
Yeah, well, I mean, we have these like stories for all kinds of people, right? Like the boogeyman is an obvious one. I mean, like the Germans had Krampus instead of like Santa Claus. Like all sorts of cultures have these legends of like evil spirits that will take children away if they do bad or they do something wrong. Your tribe had the Wendigo. And I'm going to say it a million times over. It is a glorified ye old creepypasta. Nobody cares. This person replied, "I'm not native, but I knew that these deer spirits meant a lot for native culture and thought the designs were inappropriate, but I never spoke up about it since so many people seemed fine with it, but I'll definitely keep this in mind for the future."
Oh
They're
my
not
gosh.
deer spirits. That's like what annoys me the most. It's not... That's not what they are. Everybody tries to refer to them as like they're deer spirits. No, they're
so
literal
retarded.
monsters. They are humans that turned into monsters because they ate people. That is the actual specific lore of them, and they aren't even supposed to be deer. The Wendigo is supposed to be more like a rake or a skinwalker. In look, they're supposed to look like more human. Not deer. It just annoys me because you don't even know your own indigenous legends that you claim to like give a shit. It's not the
How many
deer spirit. What?
Oh, I was just gonna say these people are missing so many brain cells that is it actually like fair to get mad at them, or is it like considered cruel because they're considered retarded?
Dodo also got called out for using Cerberus, but did the rules for you, not for me, BS line. No, Cerberus actually... Dodo actually said something like they were going to stop using the name because...
Oh, it wasn't Cerberus, it was Chimera.
Chimera, yeah, they said they'd stop
What?
using the term Chimera because is Greek, and they weren't Greek, so they aren't allowed to use it anymore.
What's wrong with Chimera? That's...
Because they're
I
stupid, and they realize that if they're gonna go on this tirade, they have to admit that, like, yes, they're not allowed to use other cultures' terms either. I don't think they genuinely mean it. I think they're doing it because they realize if they don't, like, everybody's gonna descend on them and point out, like, how much of a hypocrite they are. I love this, because they even admit this in here. It's the use of the creature they're supposedly representing. The name, which I will not say, has been posted in the screenshots and is based on an Algonquin history, starvation leading to cannibalism, suffering, and pain. The deer representation is the Hollywood version. They took the history from Algonquin people and turned it into some mystical beast that they thought was cool, took the name, turning it into something it never was. No, it's still a creepypasta. It was always a creepypasta. Get over it. It's really not that hard. I think this was the original NeediVT post. I'm not native, so if someone is, please tell me if this is okay, but I don't think making this creature into a VTuber is a good or respectful idea. They say, why do you think not? The person replies, mostly because I've seen Native Americans speak out in the past that you shouldn't depict or even mention its name out loud as to not invoke the creature or its bad karma. It's a bit different from Kitsune Yokai because it's not just a cryptid, but part of a belief system. Just so you're aware, Kitsune and yokai are also a part of a belief system. They're not cryptids. This is what I mean, right? With certain cultures, there's like this idea that their stupid backwards beliefs are more valid than other cultures' stupid backwards beliefs. Like plenty of religions, ethnicities, cultures have like dumb backwards beliefs that they have like maintained for history and they keep up into the modern age. But some of them are recognized as, yeah, Kitsune and yokai are clearly not real. But then when they have Wendigos, suddenly it's like, no, you can't say that. It's super disrespectful to us. Weren't they accusing Wendigoon of that too? Wendigoon did have a time where people were trying to get him to change his name. They were very mad at him, and I think his response was basically like, come and take it.
No, yeah. I actually just added him on Twitter saying, please become a VTuber. I support you becoming a VTuber.
Or he'd just be like,
become a Wendigo.
He'd be a Wendigo, for sure.
I want him to become a Wendigo to fucking piss off all of the VTubers. Because, like, you know, I don't want Ludwig to be here because he's friends with Hassan, but if Wendigoon became one, I'd be fine with it because he's based and Christian.
At least you admit you're a hypocrite. That's okay.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, again, like, I don't mind Wendigoon because I feel like his audience would probably be a little bit better than Ludwig's.
At least you admit you're a hypocrite, Occo. It's okay.
That's not a hypocrite. That's not a hypocrite.
It is kind of hypocritical.
Definitely hypocritical.
Okay, fair enough. I'll be hypocritical just about Wendigoon just to own the people.
Needy says, why do you think not? It's very common to make all kinds of creatures into VTuber models, angels, devils, gods, ghosts, wisps, and everything in between. And that's what makes a unique model, being creative and going beyond average reality. And then somebody says, to voice an opinion and follow up on this, as a more blatant example, if folks haven't commented on VTubers being Kitsune, I think being a Wendigo is also fine, which is true. And somebody else says, after some research, it seems like there's some people who prefer to call designs like this deer spirits to avoid any potential stepping on toes, but I personally can't comment on the necessity of that because it's not my culture. The design is gorgeous. Some people call it deer spirits not because they don't want to step on toes, but because they don't want to be harassed for 10 weeks by a bunch of idiots. Mm-hmm. I think that's something a lot of people don't realize in this kind of like always online space we have. Sometimes people kowtow to what you tell them to do, not because they have changed their mind and want to quote unquote be better people, but because you're so insufferable and irritating that they don't want to deal with you anymore. And the easiest way is to just give you what you want and send you away. And then we've got like these huge essays. All you need to know is this is people going back and forth fighting with Needy over like calling it a Wendigo or not. And Needy continues in every reply about how you saw at the start. They're very polite, they're very straightforward, and they're very, look, people do all kinds of models about every culture. Why am I not allowed to do this? Like, I'm not going to read through all of this because there's a ton of it.
You can why is it specifically the Wendigo? Like, why? Like, I mean, people have done gone after Iron Mouse in the past, or not Iron Mouse, fucking Silverveil, briefly because of the Japanese stuff. But like, why is it the Wendigo that I see people just constantly bring back? These people are so retarded. The disc is always repeating. Like, do they have nothing new to argue? It's just. Like, I want to get into fights with these people now just because it's hilarious. That's how bad it is. It's entertaining.
No, don't give them attention.
No, I won't give them attention, but like, you know, it's entertaining to see these people like continue to bark the same things. It's just like, can you come up with a new trick?
I'd
Otherwise,
also
we gotta
point
take the
out
dogs
that
up to the pound.
slides 9 and 10 have nothing to do with Needy, and they're the person who bought the model from her. So it's just kind of a dick move to include them in your Needy call-out document.
And it's like, again, they actually know what the fuck is going on with the Wendigo legend as well. They say that it was popularized in 2001 because of a movie. And then just kind of like, you know, go on from there.
Yeah.
Poor person didn't even start out yet, and they're already getting fucking flack for existing.
Yeah. But all you need to know about this, guys, form your own opinions if you want. I think me and Lumi and Occo are all on the point of nobody cares about your Wendigo shit. Leave it alone.
Not at all.
And the Needy drama, reselling allegations. So they're going to have multiple different people that call them out for reselling. Before we get into this, I do need to inform artists, because I've seen a couple artists try and say this. You cannot prevent right transfer, and right transfer is not the same as reselling. If you sell me a model and I sell the entire model, rights and all, to another person, so I am not technically legally allowed to use it anymore, that is not a resell. That is a right transfer. You legally cannot prevent that. And a lot of artists do not get this. Reselling is, I am making multiple Mizus and I am selling multiple Mizus to different people while maintaining the rights I have over Mizu. Or even just to one person. If I sell it just to one person, but I maintain like the IP rights over Mizu, that is a resell. But if I give somebody my IP rights, like I give them the name Mizu, I give them like all that important stuff, and I'm like, okay, I legally can't use Mizu anymore, I have sold you the rights, that is legal. No matter what you put in your TOS, I am allowed to do that. And I think a lot of artists don't understand that, because they think a resell is anytime you make money selling it. That's not what that means.
Okay, this would be like not something I would do. I don't condone this, but like you could literally be super predatory and search out an artist that is like really dumb like this, take advantage of them, and then like if they try and come after you, you could legally fuck them over and they wouldn't know what would hit them. That's how bad this is. These people could like totally get taken advantage of and have nothing. I mean, like that's technically what Needy is doing. They're coming along, and they can't do anything against Needy because they
I
haven't
don't
done
even think
anything
they're
illegal.
taking advantage of some of these people, because I've seen some of them already. Some of them are just super dumb and don't understand they're not allowed to tell people certain things. And that doesn't necessarily mean you're taking advantage of them. There's plenty of times where it's like, I didn't know you were that dumb. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How was I supposed to predict that you were an idiot?
Well, again, it goes back to the thought process. Just like you can't really be mad at somebody that's an idiot because they can't help it.
Yeah.
It's like I could get mad at you. I could like yell at you, but like it wouldn't do me anything because like it doesn't bring me any satisfaction to yell at somebody that I see as like having a worse brain intelligence.
But the first one we have is this Kia person. Kia says, this makes me sad. I'm sorry if I take your dream one and then talking about what you do with each design doesn't make it better. It makes you seem kind of self-righteous. I felt this way for a while. Needy is lovely for wanting to support artists and has a good intentions 100%. I don't doubt that. And she is supporting artists by buying. It's just sad to watch a design that you love get taken by the same person every time. Giveaways are great, but letting it get to your head and thinking you're some sort of savior is weird to me. So to point out, this person was trying to buy a model from somebody, and that person sold it to Needy instead. Because Needy, I guess, offered more money for it. I don't know the full story behind that. They just kind of put it over here. They say 155. She says 170. They say, all right, I can't compete there. Good luck, Juliet. It says, sorry, dear. She will be a model rigged and given back to the community if that helps. This person says, no hard feelings at all. I was just going to use her as a self-indulgent OCAU character, so your cause is more beneficial towards somebody anyways. This was an artist doing like a, what do you call it? She was doing like an auction for it. This is not your experience with Needy. This is dumb. You were complaining that somebody bought it before you.
Yes.
Capitalism, baby.
This is kind of what me and Lumi were talking about earlier, is that the people hating on Needy are just looking for literally anybody saying anything about her. Mm-hmm. And they're not paying attention to like whether or not it's good or bad or whether or not it's a legitimate complaint. This is, I lost to Needy in a bidding war. Okay.
It literally makes Needy look like a cooler person. That's how bad it is.
It's not even like a huge amount. 155, 170 for like, this is like an adopt, right? That she's going to turn into like an actual model.
Yeah.
It's so dumb.
Mizu, you shouldn't put any stock in people's stupid opinions. You're gonna like blow a blood vessel.
Yeah. So then we have like a VTuber art. They say, Princess Emmy, artist and riggers who have been wronged by Needy, please gather here in the comments. I want to follow and support you. Erie says, I had worked with her before as her VTuber artist for her clients, but would never let me contact them directly. I still haven't found the client who purchased this model that I made them. Needy wouldn't let me reach out to them. So I will point out, this is actually very normal if you're a middleman for something. Typically, that's the whole point of being the middleman. That is not her wronging you. That is just how the business model functions.
Yeah.
The whole point of them not doing that is so that you don't go around her to the person to try and cut the middleman out. That's just business. I can't... That's not even scummy. That's just how it works. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I agree. Like... Because, yeah. Mizu, you know how terrified I am for this generation of people?
Yeah. I'd like to point out that this is all that happened right here, by the way, is we were in a business partnership and she didn't let me go outside of the business partnership. Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
I'm so worried about these people. Like,
I don't know why this one says evidence, by the way. Like, this one says Kia, Erie, and this one says Scythe Evidence. And they put @ScytheBun on Twitter. And then they have the specific tweet they made. By the way, just put their @ as the title. If you're going to do this, it just makes it so much easier.
how many
ScytheBun.
pages is this again?
Huh?
Is this 150 pages again?
Yeah, something like that. 135.
Oh my gosh.
135, we're already almost 20 deep.
And it's like, okay, before we keep going, it's just like, I remember when I had an old Twitter account, I just posted about my OCs, and I did buy like adopt designs because they were cheap and cute. And they were like only being sold for at most $60 for the design, and you could do whatever you want with it.
Yeah.
There's none of these like stipulations.
Yeah.
It was only after like the VTuber boom is when they started being like, okay, $600 and you can use it commercially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they have this person. Yeah, I paid over 500, but it only cost 460, and the TOS stated that. Needy, why do this to us? You are not the victim. Stop acting like you are. I could nearly afford this from you, knowing you upend the price. I'm pissed. Such a beautiful design. Kai did amazing. What the fuck, Needy? Again, this is somebody complaining that they got outbid, and they're trying to point out this, you cannot do certain things with it. So to point out, in this like little TOS here, you cannot specify do not use for AI. If you're giving like commercial rights and stuff, you can't specify that.
Because they own it. They can do whatever the fuck they want with it.
And then I reserve the right to my design. You reserve the right to gift, trade, or sell after purchase as long as the amount does not exceed the original price.
What?
So here's the thing. You can't just say, I reserve rights. You have to specify what rights. And I think a lot of artists don't understand this because you are giving them commercial rights. And because you have like personal rights up, you're kind of implying that they have commercial and personal rights to this. You can't just say, I reserve rights. That's not how that works.
Again, there's a lot of artists that can get fucked over really easily in court if people just decided to just abuse their TOS because it's not legally enforceable.
Yeah. I pointed this out to a lot of artists. 90% of you, not only is your TOS just downright illegal, most of the time your TOS doesn't matter. Because I think a lot of artists forget that in order for a TOS to even be remotely enforceable, because most of them aren't enforceable at all to start with, but if you want them to be remotely enforceable, you can't just send me a TOS and say, read this. You have to get my signature on it, either a digital signature or a physical signature. You can't just say, yeah, you agreed to it. You need the physical signature or it literally doesn't count. Because all somebody has to say is, well, I didn't really see it. I didn't read it. So I didn't see it or like agree to it.
They put that there, but I really don't agree with it because I didn't sign for it. It's not legally enforceable. And the judge would be like, yeah, I could agree with that.
I think my favorite is there are a bunch of artists that will put in the TOS, by buying from me, you have agreed to my TOS. Well, if I didn't read the TOS, I didn't see that part either. You can't do that. Like, artists, take note that not only are most, like, video game TOS still not enforceable, they make you scroll through the whole thing and then click a check mark that says, I confirm I have read this. Those are already, like, dubiously enforceable in courts, but they still make you do that.
Yeah.
You don't even bother to do that, so... You guys have got to work on this. Then they say, looks like someone lied about buying a model for $500 and charging $500 for it. It's hard to like read any of these, but basically, Needy was well known for like haggling people down. Don't be haggled if you don't want you don't have to be haggled.
Are these people saying that she mentally abused them into haggling down their model to a lower price?
No, they're just saying haggling bad. That you didn't have to haggle with them. You can choose not to haggle with them.
You can say that that's your firm price. I mean, like, I don't typically haggle with artists, but, like, I can.
And you're letting them haggle. You can't turn around and be like, well, they haggled with me. Yeah, you let them haggle with you. You could have said no.
Oh. I hate these people.
Here are all the pictures. Pretty sure she's the left side, right? I got 324, so I will take that chunk off your payment. I reserved your spot in line as well. Claim is all yours. Oh, no, wait. So this left is the artist, I think. Claim is all yours. Congrats, my dear. This is quite the design. I'll show you her scythe when it's finished. I think on Monday, the design artist... No, left is Juliet. Okay, sorry. This is her talking to selling it. When you pay a total of $500, I'll hand over ownership of the design. Congrats. They say that's for the bunny model, correct? Did they just... Fingers crossed for you, my dear. When you're ready, you can donate $300 here, and she'll be all yours claimed, but you cannot use her or get her design art until you pay the original down payment, $500, because that's what I paid for the design, so you'll have to pay for the same in order for me to hand it over. You won't be able to use her as a profile pic or anything, but you can let everyone know you claimed her, and we'll rebrand to her when you can. And of course, we'll take her off the market after the $300 payment, so no one will ever take her from you. Ugh, oh my god, from my POV, she shouldn't have stated that $500 was the original price. She only paid $460 since that was the established price for your two-toned haired bunny. Let me retrieve my post for you. It's $40 off. Shut the fuck up.
I want these artists. Okay, I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that.
Yeah, but no, this is like... Yeah, she shouldn't have said $500 because it was originally $460. It's $40 off. She rounded up. I don't care. Also, taxes. I mean, I don't know how much in taxes we ended up at, but like, it's so dumb.
Since I won't say it out loud, I put it in shooting the shit when I want done with these artists.
The Mayumi Beans. This is what I was talking about when I said it in a post that she read. This is what she said about it. Well, they should be prepared to be outbid and have extra money. Sorry, they can't afford to outbid me, question mark. Then says, if I really like design, then I'll get it. I have the money, so I'm going to get it. And I told her about the overbidding, and she goes, well, I overbid. You can't overbid. What are you talking about? Told her about the overbidding, and she goes, well, I overbid so I can make sure I get it, and it helps the artist out too because I'm paying way more and going over the amount on top of me giving them extra tip. If you really wanted to support the artist, you'd let others have a chance at buying the adoptable. If you get your hands on one, you don't overbid like 50 to 100 on purpose. You let others have a chance and tip after. Not this disgusting practice of overbidding to shun everyone away from an opportunity of having a design.
Okay, this is fucking stupid because do they want artists to have, you know, money? Or do they want someone to bid at a lower price and Needy just not do anything?
It sounds like communism to me, honestly.
Don't bring communism into it. Stop. But yeah, no, this is super stupid. Like, oh, if you cared about the artist, you wouldn't pay them more money. You'd let us pay them the bottom amount, the lower amount. What does that mean, bro? How are you helping the artist by letting people pay less for it? Please explain. Remove the titles? Yeah, I know. They didn't get rid of the things back here. I mean, I could go into like actual like slideshow mode and you guys wouldn't see them, but I don't care. It's easier for me to move around this way. And then we have this Raya person. Hi, sorry to chime in, but I saw this earlier. Your Academy. If true, it's really concerning. A one-time payment of $100 for incomplete content. Can't find any information on your pages that suggests that this program is not yet finished either. The person, I don't know why they don't show the person in the background here. Like they're showing this Raya person, but not the person that actually made the accusation tweet. This is kind of ridiculous, my experience so far with NeediVT. I spent $100 to do her rigging classes, and TBH, I've been very disappointed by them. Not only did she lower the price and not tell anyone, and then you can't see the rest of it.
It's like, real quick for that one, I will explain because she did clarify this in a comment somewhere.
Is it not this comment?
I don't think so.
I mean, I'm sharing it.
In a minute. Yeah, I don't see it. But apparently, like, right before this entire thing happened, she decided to put her course on sale for $75 temporarily before putting it back up to $100. There you go.
That's just a deal.
Yeah.
Hello, I did say that it was a work in progress and incomplete in the purchase post and multiple repeat posts and Discord announcements, that I needed to take more time, that I would not open monthly memberships until it was complete and ready so their membership would not be wasted, but that lifetime memberships were open if they wanted, because lifetime is lifetime and they would get the content eventually no matter what. I was open and honest about it not being complete and to purchase only if you want, so you could kind of see the classes posted live and fun process. Completely optional, and the course is almost complete. They can rig an entire model now just without physics. They can do head angles, body angles, mouth, brows, but no physics yet. That's the next video to be released. Why would you include this in your call out on her? Because this just makes her look fine. Like, yeah, this person straight up lied about me.
Because like these people are just jumping onto the hate train. You know how it is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no,
Mizu,
like this
how many
is.
tweets did you make saying just how stupid these people were for calling out just every single damn thing that she's ever done? I saw you made a lot, which is totally fine because like all of it was justified. But you were very matty at some of these people.
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, I was just pointing out that nobody really gives a shit. Like they
No,
don't
it's
actually
kinda like a clout
care.
thing.
They're targeting Needy because it's popular.
Yeah. It's like how you get clout now.
Shouldn't sell courses you don't have complete things for. I would half and half on that, right? She basically Steam early accessed her courses, and she admitted to people that it was like an early access thing. So I'm kind of like, you were told. Like,
So they're mad at her because she made an early access of her thing, and then when she raised it to the actual price, they were mad at her?
no, she made an early access of it, and they're mad that it's early access because they're claiming that she didn't tell them enough that it was early access. It's like if you bought a game that was in Steam early access and then you left a review that was something like, game isn't unfinished and they're still updating it, why would they sell this?
Oh, I think I legitimately just got a headache. Like, my head is hurting now. Thank you.
Needy Jama, Chapter 3, blocking allegations. Yeah, we are only 20 pages in, and we have already reached, she blocked me.
Yeah.
Why is this allegations? There's no allegations if they blocked. It's true.
Here, I'll come back to 23 in a minute. So Chapter 3 is blocking. It lasts for 2 or 3 pages. Chapter 4 might be interesting. It's scamming. That's page 28 to 41. Chapter 5 is Academy Drama, which is the Moo person. Why did you include that up here in reselling then? How did you fuck that up? Chapter 7 is the apology graduation announcement. Okay, what? Why is... I hate how this person lists this stuff. Oh, it's such a headache. Why are you so bad at listing things? Chapter 6 is this Kuromimi thread, which I actually have up over here. It's just them collecting tons of the tweets together.
Is it weird of me to say that the longer a Google Doc goes on, the less credible it looks? Or am I wrong?
No, it depends on how it's structured.
Where's
Fair
Chapter
enough.
6? This is Chapter 6. That's what I'm talking about. It's Chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, and then 6 is over here. And 7 isn't a separate thing. It is included with this. Like, let me fix your document for you, hon. Boom, remove 7. Boom, put it over here. Fixed. And then
Fixed it
look,
for ya.
now you've got more space, so you can like space these out a little bit so it doesn't look so cluttered. Fix your document. I don't like it. It just annoys me.
Yeah.
Maybe I shouldn't be so annoyed, but why is that so big? What the fuck? How did you... I don't know how she fucked that up. Genuinely, I don't know how she messed up the font on that. Anyways, we were down at 23 because we're going to talk about somebody getting blocked. Honestly, I feel like people like NeediVT are part of a larger issue with communities as a whole. There will always be people whose sole goal is to get ahead by stepping on everyone else. Buying up models and basically flipping them for profit is gross. Glad I didn't win one of her giveaways. Saved me a whole ton of headache. It's never too late to turn the tide in your favor and rebuild things, Needy. Sure, it would take a lot of earning trust back, but it's doable now instead of doubling down. But in the end, I'm not anyone but Ribbon, so it's your call as to who you are. You decide that. Well, Needy did the thing she loves to do most. She blocked me. Like, I don't care.
People are allowed to block for any reason, including no reason.
Hang on, aren't these the same kinds of people that get upset if you block them? Or that willingly block all other people?
Pretty much.
Like, they have block lists and they move to Blue Sky so that they could block you and you can't read their posts anymore? I
feel like Mizu had a headache reading it. Chat, this stuff genuinely just upsets me. Because the one thing I thought she did wrong, she didn't even do wrong.
Yeah, she's objectively not a bad person.
Like, oh, she bought models and she rigged them and then flipped them. Okay? Why do I care? Well, some artists put in your TOS that you're not allowed to resell. That's not reselling, that's rights transfer. Well, they think it's reselling. I don't care what they think. They're wrong. I've said this before. I'll say it again. I'll say it 100 times over, no matter how much trouble I get in for saying it. There are so many artists in the VTuber space that should not be doing business. Point blank none, because they have no idea what they're doing, they have no idea what their legal rights are, and they have no idea how to treat clients.
Tell Mizu it's okay. I can take their line of thinking and then go steal, because it's not stealing if I just take the money. because I say it's not. That's their line of thinking, basically.
It's just, I should start flipping models. I mean, go for it. People are gonna call you out, but like, the problem with Needy is that she's starting to like kowtow to some of these people. Realistically, she just needs to be like, fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's how that works.
I mean, it's like at this point, I think she probably feels like she's just, backed into a corner because people were calling for others to send chargeback requests to her PayPal and everything.
Yeah. I was told apparently she refunded a bunch of people, and I just wouldn't have done that.
Yeah. She funded about like over $8,000 worth of stuff. Her PayPal got locked. Her bank has been locked up. So she's right now in financial ruin.
Ah, okay. So these people are like, probably need to be sued for financial damages.
Well, no, I think she did some of it to herself, so it'd be hard to prove anything.
Well, some people did file chargebacks on top of it, so it doesn't exactly help.
Okay.
And like they're going after her sponsors. People want her dead. People want her poor. People want her homeless. It's like she had. It's a whole fucking thing.
Well, I want that to these people, but times 10. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. These people suck, and I hate all of them. This is why I say we need to gatekeep, and people say that I'm the evil one.
Yeah.
These people should not have left Tumblr. They need to go back.
This is one of those things, like, I'm hoping the scamming section has, like, something of value in it. And I know it's not going to. But this is, like, your last chance to prove something for us.
Yeah.
I guess I should share.
I said Shrek experience.
Shrike. Guess I should share my opinion on the issue. Is NeediVT is how I got my design. Back in June, I won my design from a giveaway done by Needy. Was over the moon. The next 2 days, I did as much research as I could about owning a design. That's when I realized I had no clue what rights I had, didn't know what I could do and couldn't do, so I asked. Turns out she didn't know, which is a huge deal, and told me she was more of a platform to help people start VTubing than helping them herself. Real quick, I want to make sure we're going to get close-ups of the pictures. We are. So the first picture we have is "You're very welcome." They reply, "Hey, you wouldn't happen to know if it has commercial included or not? Just want to find out so I can start gathering everything I need for my profile." Juliet says, "I wouldn't know, sorry. You can message the person I tagged that donated it and ask, though. Figured as much, no worries. Thank you again." Needy says, "No problem." I would say Needy should have clarified that ahead of time, but that's not like scamming them. That's just her being stupid. Also, this is a giveaway. You can't get scammed for free.
And also on top of that, apparently the design was donated for this giveaway, so you would think that it was already fucking included.
Yeah. That's when things started to change. I saw less free giveaways and more selling. This felt off to me, so I started to distance myself. I never unfollowed. I stopped getting free shit, and they started charging for it, so I distanced myself. The fuck are you on about? What kind of statement is that?
I hate these people so much.
Sometimes I thought about how she could be helpful all while not spending money so she wouldn't have to sell stuff, like holding those fan art events for those small VTubers that never get fan art, or maybe reaching out to past giveaway wieners to see how they're doing. Answer any questions they had and such. To me, support and time is way more valuable. Nobody cares. This whole thing is just she didn't give me free shit. Oh my god. I'm mad. Then came the best friend applications. You had to apply just to be her friend. It was like applying to a fucking job, and she wanted to know everything. Here's the tweets.
Oh my fucking god. Okay, do you know how many VTubers do this stupid best friend application? It's a fucking meme at this point. It's just like the boyfriend-girlfriend application.
So I would point out that the very first thing she says, I'm not making best friend applications. That's cringe. However, I really want to treat you guys as more than just followers. I want to get a real personal and know my community on a personal level. So I made a form of questions I'm curious about. Fill it out. I'll look over it and follow lots of views back that I have slipped through the cracks. If I happen to become besties with more of you from these forms, then so be it. Link in comments. And this is just more about it. I would need to see what's in this form. That said, you're not required to fill this out. You are in control of the actions you take.
Wait, are they mad that she asked them to fill out this form for friendship?
That's the claim, that you have to fill out a form just to be her friend. No, she's like making this form to get to know people. And like, is it cringe? Yeah, it's cringe, but it's not weird. I mean, it's weird, but it's not like predatory weird.
No, it's not even weird.
No, I think it's weird. It's just not like predatory weird. It's just like a little autismo weird.
No, it's just like those boyfriend-girlfriend applications that VTubers do. VTubers do this all the fucking time. Those are still weird.
Look, they're not like predatory weird.
Yes.
They're little autismo weird. Okay?
Damn.
Yes, I'm gonna throw you under the bus, Saki.
That's okay. People do that to me all the time.
I love my design and my design mama. It's how I was truly able to start. This design helped me finally feel like a VTuber. It means the whole world to me. If you read all this, thank you. I know it's not exactly a call out, but I want to share my experiences with her. Dear, she gave me the ick, so I didn't try to interact much after I won. Saw some weird things, though, that I definitely remember. You're kind of a bitch.
Why is all of this stuff being included?
Because they all want to hate on Needy, get sympathy followers, and all that fun stuff.
Dude.
As someone who donated a design, I was never told it was even chosen or who. Never once was I asked about a personal or commercial usage either. Just about the artist.it was just posted, and I was not contacted again. You donated. You knew what you were donating for. Like, this is a thing where it's like, yeah, she should have clarified, but you should have equally clarified. You're both kind of in the wrong for not clarifying this. Like, I don't understand that this isn't so much a complaint with her as it is a problem with both of you. To be honest, this is ridiculous. You cannot just give away a design but have no idea what kind of rights you have. That's a crazy response. This is the only design that has this issues. An artist replied that donated a design and she never asked them what rights they wanted to give alongside it. Worst part is she gave the design away with no credit and then never told the artist who won it. No, she never said they didn't have credit. That's not what they said. Okay, so this person like immediately is making something up based on something else they read. You're an ass. Did I miss covering SilvySpark? Yeah, we breezed over SilvySpark. The reality is we've covered him 8 billion times in a row. We did want to get out what he was doing recently, though, because it was kind of important.
Yeah, it's not going to be the last time we talk about him.
We blew our load with Sylvie faster than he did with all of the other people he likes to cover.
He's taking his time with Mizu, though. Nice and slow.
Like, chat, eventually we're just going to get a phone call where Mizu says that Sylvie found him and that they've engaged with
Why is there
other.
a Google document in this Google document? And why did you spell document with a K?
What the fuck? Oh, no.
What is this? Mariana, I am Needy's 200k follower giveaway winner. I'm writing this just to shed some light on the fact that I am another person that Needy didn't follow through with. I want to preface that I fully acknowledge that these things are free for me since I want a contest, but what's the point of participating if what I'm promised isn't delivered and I've forgotten about? The situation was not handled properly or managed right, but winning the 200k giveaway that was hosted September 2024, and this is what was promised, attach enemies below with the 200k. Follow these steps for a chance to win the Ultimate VTuber package, character design, reference sheet, fully rigged model, mascot, PNG tuber, 6 emotes, eye banner, profile icon of your model, entire overlay bundle, $100 to use on anything you'd like, and more. Genuinely, where does she get all this fucking money, bro?
She sells all those models.
This is her explaining everything. Yeah, this is just her explaining everything. I did receive the $100. I did receive a beautiful design made by Pawa that came with a reference sheet, and that's it. She ended up holding a fan art event for me where the community made me some emotes and PNG tubers and art, but she herself never followed through on the things that were promised. The only artist I know for a fact that she was going to commission for something was at Meliuma, as shown above. She said everything else would be skeb based off the design that won. She clearly writes to let her know if you need something so that she doesn't commission that, which I never said I didn't. I worked with Paula, received my design, but wanted some tweaks as well as a specific art style that my friend does. I asked Needy if it was okay for me to go commission a new reference sheet that she could then give the model artist, shown below. I paid my friend a rush fee, and she got the design done by the end of October like promised. After sending this to Needy, I never heard back. I received no update on anything for 4 months. I know life happens and people get busy, so I didn't say anything because I was telling myself, since I will be getting these things for free, I shouldn't rush or pressure Needy for her about anything. Sat patiently waiting for something. Meanwhile, she continued hosting giveaways. Calming artist and giving other stuff that had also been promised to me. We talked here and there in the comments of posts, so I was around. I still said nothing because I didn't want to seem ungrateful for the character design, ref sheet, and $100 I did receive. Just so we're clear, you ended up getting like $700 out of this still, worth of stuff. Like, if you had actually ordered that stuff from like reputable people, that could be anywhere from $500 to $700. A friend reached out to me January 27th, 2025, asking for an update on my model as they were so excited to see it. I told them I had no update or ETA, that I really did not know anything. I also had not received so much that was promised from the giveaway. I was watching the 300k giveaway happen and all the beautiful assets that the winner received while I still sat here quietly. My friend encouraged me to just message Needy and see what was going on. I messaged Needy and this was our conversation. So they posted this, and then Needy replies, "You're still in order. You're either next in line or the person after." On the 14th, I got flat color update of the other giveaway winners since I chose 4. One of them is done. This one is currently in line, and then yours will be next, or the final one, I think. I remember you sending me changes to your design. Could you resend them, please, so I could remind the artist? Sends this. You'll need to come up with one and let me know, please. Wait, what'd they say? Updated reference sheet of my character for the model, the other stuff. Haven't come up with a mascot yet. Okay. You'll need to come up with one. Let me know. Sounds good. Be sure to let you know. In regard to the other stuff from the giveaway that I hadn't gotten, is there a timeline on that, or did they fall through like the eye banner? Sadly, those will have to wait a bit longer. I'm still very willing to get them for you, but I have a trip in 2 months that I need to save for, and it will last 3 months, and then I'm good to splurge again after that. How much? Okay, yeah, just a little bit left. So I would point out that this has only been like a couple months. I don't know if this person understands how long people wait for models, but Mizu I'm using right now was half a year just for like one step of it. So I understand that you... And I do agree with you that if you're doing these giveaways, you do need to give people what you promise them. It has only been a couple months, and they had to wait for you to get changes done to the model. So now you're further back in line from the artist that they were using these commissions from.
And also, don't forget, it says right there that the model art has been started as of March 5th.
Yeah.
So why are you bitching about it?
Yes. This is one of those things where it's like, yeah, it takes time. And some of this stuff has to come after the others. Like the mascot one, they even say, you need to come up with one and let me know, please. You haven't done all your steps you need to do. You're not good on this one. Up until this point, I was kind of with you. It's like, yeah, she'd probably be talking to you more a little bit. But then she's like, yeah, it's actually all in motion already. And you're like, okay, well, it's not done yet. Yeah, it's not gonna be. It takes months. It can take up to years sometimes. I mean, to be fair, if your artist is taking years, you probably shouldn't do it. Sparky's Tech Corner, my model took 10 months from start to finish. Yeah, it can, to get just like the model and stuff set up, it can be up to a year.
Yeah, and that's without the rigging. Although the rigging, depending on the rigger, can take a week or two.
I'm lucky with my artist. It's like, I don't know if he's super autismo or what, But like my model art got done in like 3 weeks.
Yeah. I mean, some people are like that. My model art was probably done in a couple of weeks as well. It was the rigging that took longer. Lord Kagai, why do people think making a VTuber design, donated or not, is going to be used for what it's made for? Exactly. So, yeah, this person, I'm... no on this one. This is whatever, bro.
Are we still 0 for 0 on experiences?
Yeah, I think we're still 0 for 0. This was probably going to be the closest one we had, and they fumbled it. Honestly. Lying about a trip. Making people think you're saving up for a 3-month trip to Korea multiple times, but actually just having someone over to visit you is misleading and bad. Be more straightforward with it in your main post.
Oh yeah, her boyfriend, fiance, I don't know, was coming to America to visit, and apparently they were supposed to get married. She had to cancel the wedding and a bunch of other stuff
Over
after this whole fiasco. Yep.
Well, that's shit.
Yep.
So I saw this one earlier, and even when I saw this one, I was like, this is dumb. She is not required to, like, explain to you exactly what she's spending the money on. Now, if she was refusing to, like, help people with stuff that she was supposed to be helping with, and she was lying about a trip existing at all, might agree with you a little bit.
Yeah.
But she's actually saving the money for some sort of across the world trip. She's just not the one going on it. She's bringing her fiance, boyfriend, husband on it. Like, that's just, that you can't be like that. This is extremely like parasocial.
Yeah.
You owe me specifics about your travel itinerary. Shut up. And they list this as lying about trip. This isn't a lie. She even says it like very publicly.
Well, see, did she give a reason for why she lied about the trip?
She didn't. She says, I'm bringing Korean to me. It's easier to call it a Korean trip than to say a trip for my boyfriend to come visit me in America from Korea.
Okay. So here's the thing. I lie about what I do IRL because it keeps my life private. And if they have an issue with her keeping her life private or obscuring details, that's on them, not her.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's it. That was the entire scamming section.
0 for 0 so far.
Just so we're clear, that section was about scamming. Just so we're all aware. Now we're on Academy drama allegations. So this is the person that was claiming the it was not clear that the Academy was not was not completed.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't you separate this into 2 parts and put it on each side of the screen? This is kind of ridiculous. My experience so far with NeediVT. I spent $100 to do her rigging classes, and TBH, I've been very disappointed by them. Not only did she lower the price and not tell anyone, they're not even all out yet. You have to wait for more vids. She started selling the course unprepared, and I have to sit on my hands and wait weeks when I already paid $100. So just so we're clear, doing a sale, it's not like lowering the price. Lumi already clarified that it was a sale. If a store runs a sale, you don't get to just bring your shit back and be like, last week it was $200. Give me the difference. I will say there are a couple, before somebody tries to call me out on it, there are a couple stores that will do that just to shut you up and get you out of the store. No store is required to do that for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And 2, they're as basic as a course can get. I feel like I could be watching a YouTube video about rigging and it'd be further along. Like if you blink, you drag the eyelid down and that's it. Then watch the YouTube video. You're paying for the course because it's all together and it's from somebody you trust, right?
And it's just like, because I haven't looked too much into this rigging academy thing, but from what I understand, it's like, a little more, not personalized, but like you have access to like other people working on the exact same course as you, because there's like a Discord server for this and everything.
Yeah.
Where you can yap with people doing the exact same thing. You can yap with Needy and everything, and just like, compare notes, see what you can and do to be like, oh, look, this makes this easier. Oh, cool, thanks. That type of thing.
Yeah. Maybe there's special effects and stuff later, but guess what? They're not even made videos yet. She started selling random courses without even making the course videos yet. I feel totally pooned out of $100. I get to rig her model at her schedule, which so far I've been waiting since the end of February for all these courses. You don't mean February of this year, do you?
Yes, this year.
What are these people?
What?
She's like, I bought these courses at the end of February. I'm still waiting for them to be finished. It's not even been 3 weeks. What are you people? That's a genuine question. Do you people know how much any of this stuff, how much time any of this shit takes? You know what? That's why I'm canceling Needy now. Needy has been making like models and VTubing more accessible to all these normies that don't know what the fuck goes into any of this stuff. And she is actively creating a hostile work environment for me by bringing these people into VTubing.
You're right. We should cancel her for allowing retards into the space. She makes it easier for retards to get started.
Oh my god.
You're canceled. These are the people that you should not be letting in.
You pay for courses online that it's possible they're not finished yet and get made along the way. Yeah, what's that website everybody uses?
Skillshare.
Skillshare. There are so many courses on Skillshare that they still have listed as like actively being worked on. Like, that's just how it works. They're not gonna be finished. Like, it's actually pretty normal for anybody that's ever done any sort of, like, online video course thing. Sometimes they're still in development. And a lot of times the reason you are hearing about them because they're trending from being in development and releasing a new video recently.
Yeah.
I hate you people. I hate you people so much.
I kind of want to just like go on a pro Needy crusade now on Twitter.
I kind of do.
Probably won't.
I kind of have, honestly.
Oh, that's true. You have. I would just be doing something like Needy did nothing wrong.
Why would you not have the vids made already? And by the way, the I'll be in the VC to help is not true. I've not seen her in VC once, and it's not even $100 anymore. It's $75 now.
Oh,
Why are you acting like this person is your college professor and needs to wait hands and knees for you?
How dare she stream and have a life? And I think she has an IRL job.
Not to mention, I didn't even get a chance to share art in her Discord server without making fan art of her character because it's required to be a verified artist. I mean,
And
yeah, that's fine.
No, that is a lie as well. All you have to do is prove that you draw and it's your art. You don't have to draw fan art of her character.
I don't like this person. That's the thing. I can already see problems just in what they're saying already. I don't even need to know the full context. It's like, yeah, no, that's normal for this kind of stuff. That's normal for this kind of stuff. The end of February. Oh, God, you've been waiting so long. We're not even at the end of March yet. Absolute bitch. And then we have the Kuromi collection of allegations. And this is just this whole thread here. So we'll come back to this. I want to skip down to her part 7. Oh, sorry, that's chapter 8. Where's chapter 7? Apology graduation. Is this just her talking about graduating?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, this is just her talking about graduating. Chat, so all you really need to know is she's lost a ton of money from willingly giving some money back. Some of it's chargebacks, which you can't do chargebacks when you're buying stuff like this. That's a crime, genuinely speaking. So you guys are kind of shitty for doing that. She is selling her personal model that she uses to try and recoup some of the money. It's my understanding that model, as well as basically every piece of art that's ever been done with it, has sold for about $10,000, which, depending on how much she has, that's probably a fair price, honestly. That's all that you really need to know from this section. Video on slide 64, Needy's response to the video. This is just her thanking her followers, I guess. Art competition. This is all old stuff. Why is this included in the graduation announcement? This is from July of last year. And then the reasoning for blocking allegations. Is that what this is? She doesn't need to give you a reason for blocking. Reason I turn comments off and not reading public things and just mass blocking. Hope you can understand. I'm willing to speak in DMs, please. I mean, yeah, you guys are kind of like being absolute bitches to her. Juliet Needy did not censor the names. Please don't send harassment. You haven't censored like anything about her. It doesn't matter. Lord Kagai for 5. Wait, are these classes a subscription or are they paying one price of 100? Because if it's a one-time buy, you have access to it anytime.
One-time flat fee.
It's a one-time flat fee. For however many courses she releases for it, if you've paid it once, you'll get access to them as they come out.
Yep.
So she is not like paying $100 a month for a subscription. She is basically paying $100 for an eventually completed full course on how to do rigging. Which, unironically, I would probably buy at some point as well, because I've wanted to learn rigging. But that's a me thing.
I just want to add more skills to my my skill tree.
Am I allowed to skip these? Because I don't care why she's... Like, we know why she's blocking them, because people are being horrible to her. I don't need her reasons. You're allowed to block people. After the doc is released, I will add tweets I find up to this point that will most likely only be tagged on the side. So she's added another 35 pages since her technically completed document. Please read, this is important. I was afraid to speak on the NeediVT situation because I was a client and was afraid of being blocked before I heard back from her. Although I was fortunate not to be the case, yesterday and this morning I felt so scared of retaliation I was unable to have the courage to come forward sooner, and for that I apologize. Okay, no, you're a bitch. Yeah, your morals are completely based in money. Everything now has been resolved privately between us and DMs, and I'm no longer receiving a rigging from Needy Juliet. She went as far as to refund back my rigging when I had only asked for the rush fee and art files, as I only spoke to her to communicate with the artist for my bundle. While I'm grateful to her for the fast response in refunding me, I still do not condone her actions or behavior toward artists or past clients and giveaway winners. You're an ass. Genuinely. Yeah. Lord Kagai for 5, they need to shut up because $100 for a one-time class that you always have is a steal, pretty much. And like You Ate My Rice said, if you don't want that, learn it off YouTube. I've already lost several mutuals in the time I was waiting to hear back, so I ask if you know someone who is a rig child / client of Needy, that you either reach out privately or please wait before unfollowing due to association, as you don't know their situation. I don't like all of you people for like throwing her under the bus over this. You guys kind of suck.
No, all these people suck.
And it's like it's funny. It's funny how many like riggers and stuff come out to Virtue Signal and be like, "Oh, look at me doing the gracious thing of offering free rigging and advertising myself."
Yeah. They're kind of dicks as well. They're literally scalping her her clients. Or sorry, poaching is the right word. You're poaching the clients.
Yep.
Small experience with NeediVT. Originally, I was going to remain silent because my story is pretty insignificant, but what I thought, I would at least inform someone who's unaware of what's going on. Back in July of 2024, Needy had made a post that is unfortunately one of 6. Wait, what? It's unfortunately unavailable since her account is protected, asking for artists to draw fan art for a secret art donation event. I had been following and supporting her since one of her previous giveaways, so I decided to join in. The next day I received a DM from her stating that when she is ready to post, she would tag me and have everyone follow me for a chance to win a model of hers. I waited to post my art until her tweet. Once she had revealed the character, that's when I posted my art piece. While she did retweet my artwork, I was never tagged. Do you know what a retweet is? You dumb. Jesus Christ, these people are dumb.
Are these people saying they didn't even know the art was done?
No, she said that Needy was gonna retweet her artwork. for like a chance to win. She said retweet tag, and she retweeted it, but she didn't tag it. A retweet automatically tags you. Retweet automatically tags you. Yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
Like she said I would be. I never received any reach and profit like she claimed I would. I know I'm partly to blame because being a shy person, I never reached out afterwards and asked her to follow through, so I will take some blame as well. That, oh my god. You're asking why you didn't get more exposure from it. I hate you.
There are words that I could say, but this channel would be gone in an instant, so I'm not going to say them.
I didn't get any recognition for my art, and overall, this really is a small issue compared to others coming about her actions. I advise anyone to look into Needy themselves. It's not even a small issue. It's a non-issue.
This is not an issue. Period.
Oh, you're such a dumbass. Due to popular demand, I'm hosting another donation art event. Yeah, that is tagging you. Why did are you mad that she didn't put like at?
I guess.
I don't know.
Again, there's things I would say.
Guys, it happened. I feel so. This is just you getting blocked. I don't care that you got blocked.
Political criticism. She blocked you because I fucking hate you. Oh.
Personally, I'm super mad at Needy simply because the price of the model is so inflated because of all the free art she got from her community, and now she proceeds to sell it. This situation could have been avoided if she would have taken responsibility. Shut up.
It's entire fucking good.
This is just her angry that she's selling the art.
Yep.
Oh no.
This is embarrassing. You were calling my attitude psychotic while you're the one who drove yourself into this. You were the one canceled yourself. I will agree with that. Needy is canceling herself. She shouldn't dump on this. If she just pushed through it, people would stop caring.
Yeah. It's one of those things where you can only feel so bad, but then they kind of make it hard to be like, well,
yeah,
you should stop. You should just stop too.
Is this her?
No, I guess she was talking to some. I think the Nicole person is the rigger or the artist. Oh wait, no. Nicole is Needy / Juliet's alt. So yeah, Nicole's her.
I hope that's a public alt and you're not just like doxing her to people. This is just them talking about how much Needy is selling everything for. Needy not contacting artists. I hope that Needy makes a full comprehensive list of all the art and assets going into the sale of her VTuber model. She is reaching out to artists for approval to resell and include the assets. Yeah, I haven't received a DM from her in regards to the badges I made.
Apparently this artist is now getting called out and canceled for tracing those.
Yeah, I saw that already.
Yeah, they deserve it.
Somebody pointed out that they stole the badges.
They deserve
FYI,
it.
I did not receive any sort of DM asking permission to resell this, nor include it as an asset for Needy's model. This is a commission, but I still wanted to point it out. What? Had to reach out for credit, and luckily she sort of fixed it afterwards with very strange excuses, though. I just kept quiet because it wasn't that big of a deal, even if it hurt. I will point this out, and I have to say this because I think a lot of artists need to hear this. You don't need credit when somebody buys an art piece from you. I understand why it's typically considered normal to do it, but you're basically saying you owe me exposure. And you were not paid in exposure, you were paid in money. I gave you money. Like, I get it. I get it's normal, and I get that everybody does it. But at some point, someone needs to look you in the face and tell you that you are begging for exposure, and it's not even really going to help you. Nobody's going to go to you for it. Trust me. Nobody follows through on those links.
I do. But I'm like one of a million people.
Yeah. Did you not read her post? If you didn't get a message, it's not included, as she assumes it's too awkward to talk to you. She has me blocked. I don't... This is not helping your case, including this piece. Because, yeah, her post did say that if she didn't contact an artist, that their artwork wasn't being included with the needy stuff that she's selling. So this entire section of not contacting artists basically doesn't matter because it means their stuff isn't going with her, isn't being sold. That said, and I will point this out again, I said it at the top of covering this document, she does not need to contact you. Literally, she does not need to, and there's no reason she would have to, other than you are just so obsessed with yourself and up your own ass that you feel like you were owed an explanation for every little thing that happens in someone's life.
Yeah.
See a VTuber I did art with selling their RP. My art will not be included as it was deemed not good enough to use and was just placeholders.
Oh no.
I will point out that this person originally had made a post claiming that Needy was selling it and had refused to talk to them about it. And they have now since deleted that post. So this is their follow-up, trying to like salvage themselves and look a little bit better. Because originally they just lied about what was happening. Yep, here's the clarification. I seen this post. I didn't know who the chibi model was. The chibi model I did is not allowed. I gave 0 permission. This post is deleted now. They tried to lie about this. Lord Kagai, same for 5, same people who want this art mama stuff are the same people who complain about the idol culture half it came from. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Needy sending condoning harassment. 100 publicly responding to Valentine calling her post psychotic and mean girl behavior. You know, this is just her saying that she does have permission and to please stop spreading lies. Stop spreading lies about me for clout and just grow on your own, like my bank fraud or some shit. I don't care. That never happened. You're making the craziest stories up, and you're actually the problem with the VTubing community. Mind your business and stop harassing me. Yeah, this is not her condoning or sending harassment. The other person is definitely harassing her in this.
Yeah. She's just saying, please stop.
She's responding. Posted the thread of SC from Needy server.
Oh yeah, there's apparently moles in her server that are just taking shots of everything.
I mean, that's normal. If you have a public server, you should expect that at some point.
Yeah.
Been made aware that people in the Discord are shitting on them. Please do not do that. You don't know what people are going through when they react in certain ways. No, okay, you guys need to be called out on this. You guys are publicly railing on Needy and saying some genuinely horrendous stuff. You don't get to be like, oh, they're saying mean things about us in private in her Discord. No, you deserve it. 100% you deserve it. You can take a little smack talk back. Yeah. Cut the crap.
I agree.
We bring this up all the time because we do drama stuff. So many people in this space think that they are allowed to talk shit about anyone they want, but you're never allowed to respond. No, if you're going to talk shit, you're allowed to get hit. That's how it works. If you didn't want to get hit, you shouldn't have talked shit. Oh, these people are terrible. Yeah, they're just talking about how people are being mean to them. This is absolutely dreadful and too far. If you guys till now called people who expose Nitty inhumane, insulted them in all kinds of ways, and gone to shit talk them and flame every artist who is hurt or saying they didn't receive a DM, because you guys do suck. You literally accused her of all kinds of shit, like bank fraud. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, how could you be so mean to me? You guys have hurt so many artists so far, and so many people changed their TOS. Their TOS is probably illegal. Just so we're all clear.
More mean to these people. Here, though, not actually.
I just look how many posts this person is making that is saying they are not psychotic about Needy.
Literally obsessed.
I think they're psychotic about Needy.
Amazing people offering free rigs. Yeah, you're not getting free advertisement on my stream. Nope. Is that all the last one is? Yeah, just people offering free riggings. Yeah, you're not getting free advertisement on my stream. I think you're scalping, and I think you physically cannot criticize Needy if you're going to scalp her clients. Poach, sorry. If you're poaching the clients, you literally cannot criticize Needy. Point blank none. You're a hypocrite.
Amen.
Ugh. These people are terrible.
They are.
And it's like, okay, the thing that kicked all this off was Needy selling a tiger model. Apparently the person who sold her the model, it didn't even have it paid off from the person they bought it from.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
And so if anything, Needy was scammed.
Pretty much. I did just request a follow on Needy, but they probably won't accept it. I don't think they're going to accept any new people.
I DM'd them and told them they weren't doing anything wrong.
Did you already follow them?
No, but you can DM them.
No.
I followed Needy for a while.
Yeah, I might send them a DM later.
Mm-hmm. If they respond to you, because for some reason they respond to you more often, even though you're the blue one, they are welcome on the podcast.
Yeah, I would talk to them. But I think we covered most of what we wanted to hit on tonight, unless you guys had anything else you wanted to touch on.
Do you want to briefly talk about the Sunwitch person?
I don't know anything about them. I will let you cover it. I will say avoid making any direct allegations that you do not have strict proof of.
No, it's proven. It's fucking proven.
I'm just saying, I'll let you guys do it.
I briefly read it, and all I know is that they have a history. I didn't know really about the Predator stuff, but I knew that they had a history of just being a shitty person, and this is like one of the things on the laundry lists of stuff that they've done that people are like, yeah, this is proven. Only now it's
okay. I've been following the Layla thing for a while. When they were a minor, they were lying about their age, about being an adult, being in not safe for work spaces, saying and like getting not safe for work things from other adults. When they were found out about it, they fucked off for a bit, came back when they were adults, and then started creeping on minors. It's like to the point where people actually started contacting his parents, started contacting law enforcement. His IRL name is out there to make sure people know who the fuck he is.
Oh, so it's a dude.
Yes, it's a man. It is it's like, normally I don't like making fun of people and how they look, but it's a grotesque looking man.
Oh, really? I won't feel bad because you said that it's proven that they're a predator?
Yes.
Oh, I won't feel bad.
I'm letting you guys go with this one.
Who else besides Sylvie was defending Marina?
Johnny.
TFM Johnny was.
Remember, guy who had a role-play daughter, excuse me.
Underage roleplay daughter.
Yep. Oh yeah, Marina's girlfriend. Yeah.
True.
It's like, I know I have like posts of Layla's bullshit saved somewhere, but I think he nuked like his accounts 4 times over, but still end up rebranding under the same name. I will have to find these. We could do a dedicated Sunwitch stream.
It's like Usagi, only
wow, nice ass on my screen right there, Mizu.
Oh, I forgot I was streaming to the Discord. I wasn't
suspecting it.
I just didn't want to say I didn't want to say anything.
I unironically subscribed to him on Fansly and copy some of his pictures.
Whose?
The person that was up here.
Oh.
AMLO. A lot of people talking about Assassin's Creed.
It's bad.
Do you want to talk about it for a moment?
No.
I will say somebody showed that they were just kind of letting a cutscene play out, and the cutscene was like 20 minutes.
Seriously?
It's just a long-ass cutscene.
The game is so boring, Art started watching Kingdom of Heaven on his other screen.
Apparently the cutscenes are really long.
Oh, I heard that the
voice acting is very bad.
Heard the credits were 2 hours long.
I've heard the voice acting.
I
I honestly think this is probably just like a good place to end stream because yeah, the needy thing was stupid. The people dogpiling needy are probably the worst people in the entire situation.
Yeah,
100%.
I would agree. I 100% agree with that. And I want them all to burn in Minecraft, obviously. Well,
Chat
but I
down
also
below,
want their
leave us your
careers to-
thoughts. Who's worse, Saki, Sylvie, or Needy? Or the people hating on Needy? We'll judge them as a collective.
Or my Wi-Fi.
I will say, chat, this one has been frustrating. I will leave you guys with the thought that unless you are 100% convinced in what you're accusing somebody of, don't say it.
And also, artists, if you want a legally binding TOS, run it past a lawyer first and then have like a lawyer verified thing on it.
Yeah, like just
Yeah.
take it to like an actual lawyer.
We all know that these people though aren't that smart for that though.
Pretty much. But love you guys. I'll see if we have somebody to raid out to really quick. Not my YouTube tab crashed. YouTube only does this on the Underthetea stream, by the way.
It's on Opera, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's why.
no Firefox.
Let's see.
Oh.
Leafu's live right now.
You wanna link it?
Yeah.
Mercenary for 5, watching Smash right now, playing it. The credits are 2 hours 6 minutes, and the glitches are really bad at times, and the voice acting is so bad.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm surprised that 40,000 people are playing this game right now.
Well, chat, please be good for the Leafu person. Love you guys all, and we'll see you guys later. I know my little
really
podcast
quickly,
is tomorrow.
Chat, if you buy Lumi Assassin's Creed, she's obligated to play it.
If you buy
I won't
any of
touch
us a
that.
game, we're obligated to play it on stream.
Oh fuck! Yeah, but I can't stream right now because of my internet. So you can't.
Don't worry,
curse me with
chat.
that
Occo
shit.
will record a video for you. They will play Assassin's Creed all by themselves in silence
No.
and record it as an entire video for you guys since their internet isn't working.
I can't do that. You know how long it'll take to upload on my 0.22 upload speed now?
Good night,
us, yeah.
chat.
Guys,
No.